people to know about the horrible ways we're gonna murder you?
One,
Okay,
two, three. I am KYLE.
It started with Drew saying he's gonna murder me. Well, 1, 2, 3,
I
I'm
knew
KYLE.
this.
Welcome back to a D&D.
KYLE.
Spaghetti.
Alright.
Got 'em.
Okay, Matthew, you may
Anyways,
start.
it's about 10 a.m. when you feel the sun shining in through the window of your hotel. It might be a bit earlier than you're used to getting up, but that's because today isn't a normal day. Today is the day of the much anticipated tournament to choose who will fill the seats of the protectors and lifeblood of North Stopman for the next 25 years. The town has been setting up for the occasion for the past month, and now it's finally here. Sitting up, you pack your things and head down towards the arena. Along the way, you pass many people. The streets here are usually pretty busy, but today makes the rest of the year look pitiful in comparison. As you approach the large double doors leading into the arena hall, you reflect on your goals and ready yourself for the day ahead. To some, this tournament is an exciting and exhilarating opportunity to test their strength. To others, this is an important moment in their life that they have been waiting for since the last 25 years. From serious to silly, and from excited to nervous, there are plenty of emotions going through your and everyone else's minds today. And with the weight of all those thoughts and feelings, you push through the large double doors and into the arena hall. I'll move you to the arena hall.
Sheesh.
Yeah, but who's you? I'm confused.
Shut
You are
up.
you.
Ah, I see. I'm me.
Turn off
Kyle.
the.
Here's a secret, I can't do that because I exported all the maps with the grid anyways.
I see. Nice one.
It's alright.
I like the grid.
Grid lets me know what I'm doing.
You can move around, or you can just stare in awe at the huge room. It does, in theory, go back quite a bit than what's shown on the map, but it's just more of the same tables and chairs spanning this huge, huge area. The roof is like at least 30 feet to 40 feet above you. This is like a huge cavernous hallway. On the left and right, you see tables. There's also, against the walls, there's a bunch of rooms for each individual team. And there's more people here than there are tokens. Obviously, wasn't going to populate every single token with random, but this is packed, and there are people sitting and standing and walking around all over this place.
Damn, who's that cutie?
Anyways, if you want, your first thing is to go check in to the tournament. You guys can talk with each other, can move around. It's kind of up to you if you guys
roll to see who goes
arrive.
first.
Well, I was gonna ask. It was kind of up to you. Do you want to have arrived all together as like a group of 4, or do you want to have someone else arrive first?
So how my
Who is
character
it?
and Brand's character works, we're gonna arrive together, but we do not know the other
Alright.
two.
Then I'll have you guys at the bottom, and Richie and Jur can arrive together. How about that?
What is this?
It's up to you guys' backstory.
I just appear as a bum sitting by the lonesome. As you enter the fucking
Yeah.
hotel, are you
It's
just
over
greeting
here.
with the sound of oh?
So you enter in and just immediately go to a chair and just sit down.
No, I've been here.
Okay.
He's been
Well,
here.
so you've been through the process of signing up.
I wouldn't say that.
You just in here.
You can be one of the people that's hanging around like the Clash free agents.
Yeah.
Someone picks them up.
Damn, I didn't really think I'd get chosen.
I wanted to show up to like the third, like the sign up to be like, oh, so where's your fourth? We need a fourth.
That's what
Oh, no.
Richie's banking on.
You're in a group of 5 people and you can only have 4.
Sign ups are closing, so you better find a fourth quick.
Alright, well, Jury, you're arriving first then.
Alright, I'll be the first one there. That's okay. As I show up, I just sit down and I go to sleep. That's it. That's what my character does.
Please.
My character
Alright,
says,
sure.
I've arrived pretty early. I think I've got a bit of time before I can sign up for registration.
Alright, you can go ahead and move to his seat then. He'll
Can't see
The
my
little
character. Where
can't
is
see your
he?
character. Try scrolling down.
Oh, he's all the way. No. My eyes, bro. I can't. What am I
You
looking
can
at?
zoom in, you
Oh,
know.
there I am. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
right click to drag the map.
You should still turn off grid because it has 2 grids now.
Actually, there's
Kyle,
only one grid.
you-
Kyle, what do you mean?
But do you not get snap to grid if I turn off the
I
grid?
don't, but I mean, unless you want to have a snap to grid area over here.
Alright, well, I take a
Or
seat
doesn't
right
matter.
there.
RP roam. Okay. Please continue,
Alright.
Jer.
Sweet.
I take
Damn,
a
there's
seat
the
there
VIP
and I'm
section.
chilling before we register in, so I already moved my icon.
Okay.
Alright. So I guess we'll have Brandon and Kyle's characters arriving, with Richie and Jer having already arrived beforehand. And I guess, do you have any plans? Are you also just hoping that you can find a group of 3 that needs a +1?
My plan is to force someone to let me in.
I like that plan. Should we give a character description as well, or should we wait till we introduce ourselves to everyone?
You can, I mean, whichever you guys want. You're about to meet each other in the next like 10 seconds, so.
Okay, I'll wait then.
Okay.
Well, I'll walk up first since I'm just being in front of you, and I'll look around to see all the variety of different people that are here. I notice this one over here is quite strange since it is the closest to the door, but I just kind of shake my head and walk forward, and I'll say, shall we register soon then?
Yes.
That makes my head.
I'd like to get it out of the way as soon as possible.
I hate
And
it.
I'll walk up. Does this guy seem like someone who's like ready to greet
Yes,
people?
he's standing there with like a little clipboard, and he has a little like podium that he's standing behind. Like there's no asset for it, but he's clearly, and he'll, if you try and fuck with like, oh good evening, are you here for the tournament?
Good evening. Yes, I am. Me and both would be on the same team.
Alright, excellent. And what team might that be?
Night Battle Pass.
Is there
we,
we're kind of new here, so we don't know if there's any rules of the people on the team, or we were kind of hoping just the 2 of us can go in there by ourselves.
Oh, and he'll kind of a little chuckle. I mean, there's certainly nothing stopping you, but we would highly suggest a team of 4, as that is the maximum number. You can register right now, and then you can always check in more people to your team up until the time the tournament starts. So I can check you 2 into a team right now, and then if you happen to find any others, you can come back and check them in as well. Or if you want a 2v4, you are more than welcome to.
I'll turn to you. Don't want to reveal names just yet.
Thomas.
You know, I mean, you know my name. I'm assuming we've had
You guys.
Well, no, yeah, I know. As my character, and I know your name, but I just didn't want to say your name just yet because to reveal to everyone else in character.
Okay, that's fine. Yes, we can sign up now, and I'm sure that there's some people in here who are looking for teammates.
If you feel like we need more hands, then I am not opposed to the idea.
It can only serve to benefit us.
Depends who we choose. As I'll walk back.
Perfect then. I'll need some kind of name to put you under. You can change it if you haven't decided one yet. And this is where I have to go. You decided on the Forsaken Raven, unless you want to change that again.
I'll say our individual names or just a
Brandon.
team name.
I need both your individual names, and I need to put you under a team name as well.
Alright, well, my name is Casca, and I'll wave or put a hand towards you.
So he picks up a little feather pin with like the feather tip, like the fancy ones as well, and he's looking down and writing this down as you speak.
I am Nostradamus, and we will be entering under the team name the Forsaken Raven.
You see, as he's writing both your names down, he gives a little nod of like approval. It's like, all right, Casca and Nostradamus and the Forsaken Raven. All right, you are registered in. You can go ahead and take a seat to the right. The left are the VIP seats, which I'm assuming you do not have one, but otherwise you have about, look down, I'd say 35-ish minutes before the tournament starts. So if you can find anyone else to add, you can feel free to bring them back to me to register, but good luck.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too.
Are we free to
Alright.
roam?
Yes, you are. So you have 35 minutes until the tournament starts, as told by the director.
Okay, so I'll turn to Nostradamus, and I'll say, no, I'm sorry if I've mispronounced names.
It's fine.
I'm gonna call you Nos for short.
Go
But,
on,
I don't
Rex.
actually,
Only
no,
when
I have a better review.
Only when you queen. Coming in, I'll be on the way.
Boss, should we first try to interview or ask people who are by themselves instead of in a group already? I fear that
Absolutely.
if we
I-
find people with group of 3, I'm pretty sure they would not be fond of dropping one more for both of us, so 2 are an individual.
Yes, we have plenty of time to kill. I think it would be advantageous to start some conversations.
Very well. As, would you like to take the lead or I?
Um, I'll let you decide.
Can I make a perception check or some sort of check to, look around and see who looks kind of the strongest out of the solo or duo people?
Sure. If are you looking strongest just by like muscle mass,
Uh,
or, like size, or
I would say size because me and my please pronounce your name again.
It's Nostradamus.
Nostradamus. Okay.
Isn't that from
me-
some?
Yes.
He's a French fucking astrologer.
Yeah.
Me and
So-
Nostradamus cover 2 roles, but we can look for a beefy, strong kind of frontliner. But
I mean,
I'm
sure,
pretty
go
sure
ahead
the
and make
first.
a perception check.
Okay. Oh, I gotta make a character. This is my first ever character role, guys. Oh my god.
Nat 1.
Oh.
Perception.
Doing that one.
11.
11.
Not
I
bad.
don't see
Alright.
shit.
I mean, so looking around, obviously, you'll notice there are a lot of just like generally buff people, given that this is a tournament hall. Like, the general population is already more physically fit than like if you were just looking out on the streets somewhere. I'd say with an 11, you can kind of see around your immediate vicinity. There's this guy right over here that looks pretty muscled up and jacked. You're also able to see down here in this seat that there's a Minotaur over here who is very big and physically imposing as well. And those look like the 2 biggest and strongest presences within your immediate vicinity.
Okay. Well, seeing that this one is closer, I shall approach. What do I see when I approach? Jura.
I look at this person like, you need somebody. I'm looking for a team, but not too sure if you guys are exactly what I'm looking for here.
Butcher's token too.
You may wait for it to load. Okay, so I see. I assume you don't have your arms out yet.
I do not have my
Yeah,
arms out.
you're
no,
just
it's
a
a team
shirtless,
moment.
just hunk of a man. Okay. As you say that, I will respond and say,
I'll give you guys tokens as well, just so you can see what you can talk.
yeah, well, I guess I'll give a character description. Obviously, here you'll see, I'm covered in black. I kind of have a gothic, kind of dark fantasy look to myself. But the main thing you'll note is I have a lot of belts between, like, a satchel between my waist across my chest, full of just a whole bunch of different assortments of different weapons, potions, even bullets. As you will notice the gun that's on my right side of my leg, and you'll see like if there was something that I needed to kill, I probably have something just on my person that can specifically kill that thing. But besides that, I will respond and say, yes, you're looking for a team, so are we. We currently have 2, and we're looking for a 3rd and possibly even a 4th.
I respond by saying, you guys look pretty flimsy. I think you'd snap in a little bit of force, but you've got quite a lot of tools on you. Mind telling me what you do for a living?
Of course. Well, actually, I'm here on a job. I'm a paid muscle for, as I'll put a hand towards you, boss.
Yes. Well, I'm a local doctor trying to reclaim my former glory as people around here are starting to doubt my capabilities. I assure you that what I lack in strength, I much make up for and my potent healing magic.
And as stated before, I am on the job as a hired gun, but that is not my main profession. I actually hunt beasts and other abominations such as were animals and vampires. Those are two of my specialty, but I come from a line of work in which I have to be prepared for whatever comes my way. So though I might not be the most physically adept, I am sure martially adept.
I see. You call yourself muscle, but I can see where you're coming from. Technique, as they say, is not too bad.
Martially,
bad.
not muscle.
No,
She rudely interrupts you.
You did say hired muscle.
Yeah, that's.
Well, hired muscle is like more of a gig name than it is just.
Yeah, but maybe he doesn't
like he's making
understand that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yo, you say, muscle, I see. And it's like, your technical expertise might be a little bit helpful. I myself, not too good with weapons and stuff. My fist and my staff is usually what I use. I wouldn't mind joining you for a fight or two.
I am so rude. My name is Casca, and what was yours?
You can call me Morbling.
Morbling? My. Well, in that case, we're gonna introduce ourselves to the other competitors and hopefully find another. It will come back to you if we so choose to maybe team up.
Or you're free to
Goodbye.
hang around too, if you'd like.
I think I'll sit here for a bit. Come let me know if you're gonna take me anywhere.
Fair enough.
I turn back to my table and I'm eating the carrot now.
Okay, out of character real quick, there's just like some cute femboy fox next to literal like Satan fucking flame chest with a fucking a skull.
I'll
I said there's a lot of different kinds of people you can find in this city. It's quite the melting pot.
Yeah, but like that's like such a fucking weird duo.
Hey, they must have an interesting story. I'll turn to
Yeah, I guess
Nostradamus.
so.
It's
Nostradamus.
like Rom and that fucking fox dude from Paladins.
Tiberius.
It's Pip.
No,
Pip.
yeah,
Oh,
Pip.
I'll say, well, there is another quite muscular fellow down here. I'll point towards the Minotaur. But if there's anyone else you seem interested in to ask about their talents, then we may go.
Okay, Richie, are you from out of town or are you local?
I haven't looked too far into it.
Are you like a fucking homeless drunk? Like if I'm walking down the streets in town, would I fucking like would I
See you.
recognize you? Is what I'm trying to say. Like, do you come in for like kidney checkups or some shit? Because
I've actually treated that man for liver failure before.
yeah, I found this guy washed
A
up.
traveling bum.
Okay, you're traveling. Okay, so I wouldn't know you.
He's depressed Yasuo.
He's drunk, Yasuo.
Well, obviously you would not be my first choice, so I'm gonna I'm gonna spy the Minotaur and fucking see what's up with him.
As I begin to walk past, I can't help but notice a loud, obnoxious noise coming from over here. But I pay no mind and just go for it still. Would you like to introduce yourself first, or should I introduce myself first again?
You can go ahead.
Okay. I shall approach the Minotaur.
Alright. As you approach him, you can see he almost gets bigger every step forward you take towards him. I'll pop up his icon here. And he's like, you can't really tell if he's asleep or not. He's very like stoic. He's not really moving much. He's sitting with his arms kind of crossed over his chest with the sword leaning against the side of his chair, and he's just kind of gazing off into the distance, not really. He almost looks like a statue.
Zoned out.
Correct.
Okay. I'll turn to Nostradamus. I'll say, it looks like he's some sort of a meditation or sleeping, perhaps. Should we disturb him, or?
And then I'll look over to the fucking loudly snoring bum. It looks like both potential candidates are asleep. let's try and wake him. But
Are you
I would.
snoring, Richie, or are you just meditating loudly?
I'm
He's
snoring.
Oh, you're
bro.
snoring. Okay.
I'm a fucking drunken fool.
Let's try and wake him, but I wouldn't advise touching him.
Oh, well, of course. I'll kind of lean in, not really. Actually, not lean. I'll just approach him normally. I'll say,
I love
"Excuse me,
Lee!
excuse me."
And you see, you kind of like gets a couple grunts, and his head like slowly turns as he looks down. And says, "Yes."
Yes.
Yes.
My name's Casca, and this is
No.
Nostradamus. Uh, we currently just arrived here, and we have learned that you can have a party of 4 enter into the arena. It's currently just us 2, and we may have a third, but I was interested to see what type of skills you have, and if you'd be interested in joining our team.
No.
Well, I appreciate the offer, but I'm currently working for the Iron Poets in this tournament. The kind of skills I bring should be fairly obvious as well, as he just gestures to like the massive longsword leaning against the chair. Then he sort of flexes his bicep a little bit. I am what they call the muscle.
Of course, as you can see here, I'm quite dexterous, and I'll point to my belt. I utilize a lot of intelligence and tools in order to get the job done. And my boss here is actually one of the medicine arts, and he keeps you healthy in battle. And so I believe if you were to join, it would be a very well archetype. You mentioned, what did you say?
The Iron
The Iron
Poets?
Poets.
Iron Poets. You mentioned a faction, or you work for a place called the Iron
Yeah.
Poets.
You know, if I guess Nostradamus is the only one that you can roll an either an intelligence or a history check to see if you recognize that name, since you're from the city. 18. Alright, so you'll know that being in the city and having been to at least one of these tournaments, or like been alive when one of them was happening, that while there are a bunch of groups of friends and maybe random people that get together to form teams to join, there are also many guilds around the city that will sometimes send their own pre-formed group of guild members to represent them in these tournaments, and the Iron Poets is one of those guilds. They are most well known for their metalworking and smithing, hence the iron part, and almost all of their members are big, beefy, just basically strength wins. They're the tough guys. So you can very clearly understand why this man would be one of the 4 chosen representatives of the Iron Poet. He does very well embody their strengths and what they are known for.
He's one of the 4, as in there's 4 people here representing, or is he just one of the
There's
4?
not 4 sitting at this table, but he mentioned that he's a part of the team, and you would know that these guilds have pre-formed teams of 4. So unless something really weird was to happen to one of the members, like last second, you would assume that he's here with a group of 4. Although you don't see anyone else sitting at this table right now. It's
Okay.
just him.
Well, that is good to know. I don't know why I was talking in character. Anyway, continue.
I see. You're with the Iron Poets. Well, I take it that you are in a party, and we'll leave you be. Have a good rest, sir.
Thank you, and good luck. We'll see if your many tools in medicine arts can overcome pure strength.
Can I
Can't.
make
Let's see.
some sort of like insight check to see like any details about his armor or his sword, or like if he had any potions on him or something like that? Something like, especially what Nostradamus tells me about like how they fight and stuff like that. Any details I can get to like have a set plan
Yeah.
against them.
So I'll say you can either make an investigation check to try and see like what kind of like what he has on him, or you can make an, let's see, if you're using it based off your past skills, maybe either a history or an insight check to try and see what kind of capabilities the specific like armor and sword that you are already very apparent have.
I'll do insights.
Alright, so you're trying to figure out what his equipment has.
Oh, I rolled 2.
Has
7.
a 7.
I just
Well,
say
I
big
mean,
sword.
yeah, I mean, you can clearly tell that not only it's very clearly finely crafted, like big sword is big sword, but this is like nice big sword. It's not just like your normal big sword. Given that these are a group of metal workers, you can tell that this sword and the armor are very finely crafted and are probably more just higher end in general than like your generic big sword you'd buy from like the local blacksmith. But you can't really discern any details as you don't really work with this kind of intensely crafted and huge metal armor and swords and stuff. You use more finer tools.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess that leaves one option remaining.
Well, there is the duo above us, the interesting folk.
That's true. Let's talk to them.
How about you take the lead this time?
Aw.
All right.
Mr. just snores in the distance.
Hello, you two.
Oh, hey, hi. Where are you
Oh,
guys?
I saw the video when he said that. Oh, hey,
Hey.
I didn't see you there. How are you?
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. All right, so I'll pop up both of them. Here's the furry bait, and here's his best friend, the demon cowboy from hell. Yeah, we're both engaged in conversation. They're observant. They're like the polar opposite, upright, perkish, all just talking, getting lost in their own conversation. They almost like see you coming out of their peripheral before you even approach them, and so he's immediately ready to switch to talking to you. And he's like, "Hey, can I help you?"
Yeah, we're a duo entering the tournament, and we're currently looking for members. You two seem like interesting folk. Would you be interested in joining us?
My God, wow, you guys want us to join? See, I told you my guns and my weapons are in high demand. And he kind of like turns over and elbows the demon cowboy in the side. I'll turn back to you and be like, well, I'm so flattered by that offer, but I'm already with another group. Well, and he'll put his hand on his chin and he'll think for a sec. He's like, I don't want to split you guys up or anything, but I'm with a group of 3 right now, so we actually were looking for one more. But I don't want to make you guys separate. That wouldn't be right.
Well, yes, we won't be able to separate. Um,
You know, always just pay me what you owe me, and then I can just leave.
that's a good one. I don't have money to be throwing around like that.
Very well.
Anyways, I don't even know. I'm trying to think of what even to say.
I'll butt in. I've been like staring at that cowboy guy. And I was
Yeah.
like, and what is your name?
You see his head like turns and he makes eye contact with you, and he doesn't say anything for like a couple of seconds. Just kind of stares you down. And like, I'm Ralph.
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 My name is Casca. So I see your friend over there is fine arts of the weapons, has lots of tools, and I see he can get his hands greasy with mechanics. What's your specialty?
Yeah. Well, we're kind of friends, so we're both kind of mechanics. We practice together and teach each other stuff. Yeah, and he's kind of shy, and he'll like kind of reach into his pocket after a little consideration, like, so this is something I've been working on. If you're interested, and he'll pull out like a little pistol, and you can make a intelligence check with advantage since you work with pistols to try and see if you might understand what this thing is exactly.
Intelligence check with advantage?
Yes.
Okay. 7.
Alright, well, this is almost, I'd say, the opposite of the Minotaur, where you're familiar enough with weapons that you can see that this isn't like a standard gun, but not in the way that gets more finely crafted and special. It looks like kind of rickety, I guess, almost like you're unsure if it would even actually fire if you pulled the trigger.
Like scrapyard
There's
parts.
Yeah, and there's been very clearly like not only is it scrapped together, but he's clearly tinkered with it, and there's a lot of like parts and things added to it that you don't even know like what they would be added for or what they're supposed to do. He's clearly been like heavily modifying this thing, but you don't know like if any of these modifications would actually really work. It's just a very confusing thing to look at. We're like, he's like, yeah, so I was tinkering with this thing with his help, and I don't know, I've added like a lot of cool things to it. I think it's kind of cool, but I don't know. Some people don't like it.
It seems
Just
like
kinda-
a very great weapon in the making, as I'll draw my pistol from my holster and put it on the table and show it. It's
You
being
can immediately see both our eyes kind of go wide and like, oh wow, and they like lean in closer. Like, what does that thing do?
It's basically the polar opposite of what he just pulled out. It's a very finely crafted, standard, looks like a standard pistol or flintlock pistol. There's only two special about it. Besides, on the hammer, you'll see there's runes carved on it. What those runes say specifically or what it does is unknown to them, obviously, but I'll just specifically say, this pistol has got me out of many troubles and is quite proficient in keeping me alert. Whenever I have this pistol with me, it seems to always make sure danger doesn't sneak up behind me. But besides that, it's nothing too special, just the standard old reliable.
Oh, wow, that's so cool. And you can see this is the Tabaxi talking this time thing. And he's like, wow, see, I actually, and he'll pull out something too, and let me make sure. Let me find his character sheet really quickly. So,
What was the Tabaxi's name?
he actually hasn't given you a name, but he'll be like, "Oh, that's so rude of me. My name's the Flickering Fire, but you can just call me Flicker for short."
I was writing down Flicker before you even said anything.
I'll give you a little smirk and like a. All right. All right. So he'll pull out. It's kind of a oddly similar gun to what you have. It's very clearly it's much better crafted than his friend's counterpart weapon.
Mhm.
And it also has some runes and symbols engraved on it also. They're different from yours, but it's like kind of surprising how similar it is actually, especially the fact that you just are three random strangers sitting on the table who
Mhm.
all have like these weird tinkered with guns that are clearly have some kind of effect to them. Be like, I I just started learning how to do like, magic and stuff, and I've been putting it into my guns and it's been so cool. Like, do you know how to do magic too?
The capability of magic casting from myself, no, but implement them into my works and tools, yes. I see, for a beginner, this is very, very nice. You said your name was Flicker. Do you have any contact or anything like that? Maybe we can do something about my tools, and maybe you can work on them sometime.
He'll kind of like you see his eyes kind of like widen a little bit, and he's like, oh wow. I mean, not really. I'm not really from here. I haven't been here that long, but I mean, I'm gonna be around all day for the tournament and stuff. So if you want to like meet up afterwards or something at the hall, I'd love to work on some weapons with you. That looks so cool what you have right there.
I'll take the pistol and holster it again. I say, well, that was a very fun conversation. I'm really excited to see your guys' tools at work. But of course, after the tournament, no matter who wins or whatever goes down, I'll be sure to contact you.
All right, cool. I'll be probably back here still in the hall. So yeah, if we run into each other, that'd be awesome. I'll just give a little smile.
I'll get from a chair.
Right.
All right. Have a good one, you
Yep.
two.
And about this time, you'll hear over. Basically, it's like the announcer voice. It's coming from like the ceiling, but there's no. It's like magical announcer because there's not like a megaphone on the wall, but you'll hear it echoing throughout the huge chamber, all throughout it. Good morning, North Stotman! It is my absolute pleasure to be your announcer today for the 57th competition for the Protectors and Lifeblood of North Stotman. Registration here is finishing up in about 15 minutes, so make sure your entire team is checked in. Someone has dropped out. There are plenty of free agents mingling about that would love a chance to compete. Remember, 15 more minutes, people. and then, cut out right there.
I'll turn to my boss and say, I'm sorry, I may have taken too much time speaking with that fellow. Please choose who you want to speak with next. I believe there's still, looks like a Dragonborn fellow up there, and of course has a snoozing fellow down there.
Does Richie awaken at all since the blaring announcer just came on? The fucking does your little fucking sleep bubble pop and you're like wake up, blink around, anything, or are you still just fucking nope? Okay.
I will turn and I will say, for safety though, since only singles are left, I believe we should probably ask that Morbling fellow to join us.
Yes, I think that would be a good call, especially with groups looking for an extra as well. We don't want them to get taken.
We'll reapproach Morbling.
Back again! 15 minutes left. Have you guys decided? Have you guys found the last guy we're looking for here?
Well, have you found anyone else?
I haven't moved from this seat. This carrot is very, very good. You know, the delicacies of this town. My God!
I would have to try one then, my friend. But it would seem that we can have you into our team. I believe that all three of us together can form a pretty solid group, no matter who our fourth is.
I saw you guys talking in that Minotaur over there. Did we got another big piece of meat and muscle to help me out here, or
I was hoping, but it would seem that he is already in the group, and he represents a faction called the Iron Poets.
Iron Poets. I'll definitely check that out. That's a cool name.
Well, I'll look at seeing you having no weapons or armor on. I don't believe they'll really be in your house. They deal with more of the heavy metal weapons and armors. I don't believe it's any of your kind, but if so, which you may converse with them.
That's quite sad. I was expecting to talk to them more, but if they're using metal and weapons, perhaps they're not for me.
But do as you please. Would you have to join us to find a fourth?
Of course. Let us walk around and look for our fourth member here.
So, our fourth so far, since the group in the VIP have three, I assume they are all together. We have the snoring Susan down there, and then the Dragonborn fellow up here.
Let's go. I think I know that guy over there. He seems kind of familiar. I'm not too sure if I know him, though. I point at Richie, and I'm like, this guy, he reminds me of someone I know.
You'll see Casca look at Morbling, look back at the guy in the chair, and look at Morbling. Don't see any resemblance in how you would know this person, but I'll say, if you know him, I suppose we may introduce ourselves then.
Walk over. So as I'm approaching Richie, or what the fuck is Richie's fucking name? Charlie Way. As I'm approaching Charlie Way, I'm like, never mind. This guy just reminds me of my uncle back from where I came from. He was quite skilled in the drunken fist, but he spent most of his time lazing around and doing nothing. I think this guy might be something special.
I will take my gun out and I'll cock back. I'll cock back the hammer, and I'll pull it. I'll dry shoot it, and dry fire. There you go. That's what I'm gonna say. I'll dry fire it, and the gun has a special property that whenever it dry fires, it immediately wakes up anyone in its presence. And so I'll dry fire it and put it. Well, it makes me alert if I'm sleeping and someone comes within a range. It goes off and then I'm awakened by it. So I'm kind of just using that property in order to clock it back and put it up to your ear and magically try to wake you up. If that doesn't work, that doesn't work. But I'm just gonna try to do that. So I'll clock it back and I'll dry fire next to your ear.
Is there a roll I have to do or what?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just giving you lore reason why I'm waking you up or how I'm doing it. Just a special flavor.
I guess.
Anyway, I do that, and do you awaken?
Yes. Awaken! Whoa! Bartender, another round. Wait, what? This is at the bar.
Yes. Do you not know where you're at?
I don't have a clue, young ma'am or young lady.
Well, your current You're currently in the waiting room for the tournament that's about to go on. Do you have a team? As I'll look at you up and down. Yet?
Well, I look around. I was like, doesn't seem as if I do.
Oh, well, I'll point towards the other two. My name is Casca, and we are currently a party of 3. We are looking for a 4th member who can fit within our roles. What is your specialty and what do you do?
Oh, well, I'm not sure if you heard of this art form called drunken boxing.
Yes, actually, my friend here, Marbeline, was actually just speaking about that. I believe that you two have some similarities.
Is that so?
And I turn to him like, yep, you remind me of my deadbeat uncle back then. Ah. He was always good at fighting, though. But everything else, not so much.
Oh, trust me, I'm pretty good at fighting, and also pretty well at drinking.
You guys both slap your knees together and you start shuffling.
You're hilarious.
Well, it seems like you two do get along
No,
well.
I'm Charlie Way. I don't remember ever naming myself hilarious.
Oh,
Excuse me, my name is Morbling. It's truly a pleasure to meet you, Charlie Way.
Yeah, quite the pleasure. And I try to get up from my chair, but I'm like, just like all shaky.
do you need a hand?
Oh, no, I'm fine. Oh, I just have a massive headache. You see, when you practice drunken fist, being sober is not the best thing for you.
I'll grab a empty cup I was on the table and I'll get some water from my water skin and pour it into the cup and I'll offer it to you.
All right, and then I drink it and I really go. Oh, what the?
You could have just said
This
no.
stuff's pretty weak.
Okay. I'll turn to Nostradamus.
Yes, he is quite the character. It seems that he gets along quite well with our third, though. Team morale is an important part of combat.
I assume that is true. Well,
As this is happening, I'm trying to take a sip from my gourd, but it's fucking empty.
I'll whisper into your ear saying, would you like to interview the last one, or are you sure we should just pick up this one?
I think we should explore all our options, but he might have some value. If he's truly as good a fighter as our teammates thinks he is.
Decision's up to you, boss.
Let's come back to him.
Okay. Well, Charlie, was it?
Yes.
We're still currently interviewing everyone else here and scouting out the competition. If we do not find a 4th, would you be open to join us?
Sure, but my services aren't free.
Oh.
If you want me to be at tip-top performance, I need to lead a pint of ale. Or something just to feeling normal again.
And wait, do you not have gold for yourself to purchase that?
Oh, when you live a lifestyle such as mine, gold is not in abundance. You see, I travel around with the sun being my roof.
Hence the red ass skin. Very well, keep that in mind. Good resting.
Oh, I'll leave you to it then. Oh.
Instantly just like a brick. We all make our way to the dragon
Alright. Pop. Oop.
Immediately stands
Pop him
up.
Turns away and leaves.
Oh, is
You
there
know
another
what?
one?
Yeah, you can see approaching this man. He has like
Suspiciously a lot of anthro characters.
Oh, no.
you know what? Hey, Dragonborn are a real race in this Dungeons and Dragons, right? But yeah, he he's sitting up like almost proper in his chair. He has his armor is like spotless, gleaming. He has like a just an aura like of welcomingness to his demeanor. Like you can't put a finger on it, but this guy just like you feel good almost just by being within proximity of
I
him.
just want to
And he'll
smile when I'm
actually
with him.
exactly, and he'll see you approaching his table, and he'll turn to make sure and be like, "Hello there. How can I help you this fine day? Here for the tournament?"
Well, good evening, fine fellow. You do look nice today, may I add. Yes, we are here to participate in the tournament. We currently have a party of 3, and it seemed like you were here sitting by yourself. And I was wondering what are your capabilities and if you're interested in joining us for a party of 4.
Oh, what are my capabilities? Well, I'll tell you right now. I am from the North Stotman's finest guild. I'm sure you've heard of it if you live here, correct?
Uh, I believe, as I'll gesture to my boss, he is local to here, but myself, and my friend, Morbling, let's call you Goblin, Morbling, are not actually from here. We, traveled here specifically for the tournament.
Oh, and you'll see him kind of raise his eye like, well then, glad to have more people in North Stotman. The more the merrier, I say. Hey, if you ever want to check out the guild after the tournament, we're just down about 2 blocks and to the right.
And the guild name
And,
was?
my name is Delron. Pleasure to meet you. And I'll extend his hand.
I shall extend mine out too. Don't grasp it too strongly. I'll let him determine that. But I'll say,
It's a very firm grasp.
and you represent which guild? The name of the guild?
I am the vice president of the North Stotman's finest.
Oh, it was called the North Stotman's Finest. I was confused there.
Correct. And if you want to roll a check, Brandon, you would probably know this, but you can just see anyways.
Quick, what was his name in?
I'll copy and paste it.
Must not be that fine, bro.
Delron.
You should give us a note chat.
I will.
Should give us
Yeah,
a follow
where
on
is it?
Paul's chat.
It's right there.
Hey, there it is.
What's his name? Delron. And so, okay. I guess with a 5, it's probably not your type of thing, because especially being a doctor, that's kind of shunned by society within the recent years for your practices. It's like, it's the polar opposite. It's you'd know enough to know that it's like basically the biggest guild here in the city, and they basically do a very wide variety of things, and all of them are geared to like setting up events for the town, doing holding events, organizing events, doing things like funding construction projects, trying to get donations to build up the town. They're basically like everything they do is under the umbrella of working to improve the town. You've never really probably interacted with them, especially considering like your own reputation, but it would be like nearly impossible to not run into at least some of their members doing some project around the town.
Gotcha.
Alright, well, I'll put my hand back to my side and I'll
Ralph
say...
is PH, by the way, Kyle.
My bad. I mean, I'm not gonna edit it because I'm lazy. So did you say you're part of a team?
Yes, I'm here representing North Stotman's finest, along with my comrades. There are, and he'll kind of look up and gesture like over your head. They're somewhere over there in the VIP section. Personally, I prefer to sit over here and mingle with everyone else. I love talking and getting to know the townsfolk that I work for.
Oh, that is very kind of you. Well, best of luck in the battles, and we'll see you on the field.
Of course, right back to you. And remember, if you ever want to check out the guild afterwards, just 2 blocks down.
Do you have a
Give you a little
pamphlet?
like wink. He immediately reaches into his pocket, and I'll pull out a little brochure. I'll be like, of course.
I'll take it and put it in my
Best of
satchel.
luck to you.
To you as well.
Alrighty. And then we keep moving.
If you guys wish,
Change my
I am
name.
known to kind of ramble on from time to time. If you guys wish to say something, please just speak up, and I'll give you your part.
No, you're doing great. I just hope we find our 4th sooner rather than later. Time is ticking after all.
It's fine. I don't have much to say, anyways.
But it would seem that I'll look towards the few. Unless you guys wanted to chat to intrude on the party of 3's VIP. It would seem that our fourth, if we choose to have one, would have to be the drunken fellow down there. His name was Charlie, I believe.
Better him than nothing, I suppose.
Mm, I do not have a vote or say in this, since you are the boss. So whatever you choose, I shall oblige to.
Yes, let's go pick him up and then register quickly.
Are you sleeping again?
Yes.
Clock back hammer, dry fire next to you.
Well, look who came crawling back to old Charlie Way.
Wait. As like I'm walking by these tables, is there any like unattended like cups of half drinking ale or like any fucking any discarded
Can we make the
glasses that I
King's
can find?
brew and just get the last like?
Yeah, like
Yes.
there's like
This
3
Coke
half
Juggle
drinking
juice.
ales, and I just pour them all into the same cup.
It would. I mean, you can make a sleight of hand check at advantage. There are so many people all moving. They're like mobile, going in and about this place, running, walking back and forth. There's plenty of drinks and food and everything all over the place. So you'd definitely be able to find more than enough cups left unattended by someone going to the restroom or something to mix them together. It's just if you could kind of grab, let's say, 3 cups of ale and pour them together without having someone notice. 15, I'll say that's good enough, especially given how much commotion is happening, given that registration is basically wrapping up and coming to an end right now. People are all getting up, making their final decisions. There's almost like a little line forming by the registration podium. It's easy enough to just walk by a table, outstretch your hand, grab an ale, keep walking, and if you get 3 of them, pour them together. You can just toss the other 2 on the ground if you want.
Sure.
Plenty of no one's watching you.
Here you go, old man.
Can I make a perception check on it?
Well, you're
He's
sleeping while he was doing it.
Oh no, our
Yeah.
perception as like,
Like
as in,
what
like,
kind
it's
of
not the
ale it
purest
is?
of pure.
You
Investigation.
can make an
Like, I could
insight
notice-
check.
Yeah, I could notice like the backwash and shit like that.
Make an
Insight?
insight.
You know your drink.
Yeah.
You know your ale.
Did I do like a fucking like a glean eye? I'd be like, look, I may be a drunk, but I'm not an idiot. I know that this is some half drinking ale. This shit can hardly get me drunk. Now, if you're willing to pull that stunt, you guys must be pretty desperate.
I will
for a
slide a gold coin towards you. No, I was, how much is ale? Ale's like a silver
Yeah, it's like,
piece,
I'm
right?
pretty sure ale's like cheaper. I was like, I
One
believe.
whole gold.
Yeah, Ale's like
Gold moment.
Ale's like a silver piece. I'll slide 2 silver pieces towards you. I apologize. We could not find where to buy the ale here, so we just try to make do. But I believe this should cover anything you find.
Well, if you need me at top peak performance, the prices has changed to 2 ales. I need
As the
1
2,
to be back to normal, and 1 for the tournament.
I'll tap my fingers twice, signifying the 2 pieces of silver.
Does anyone know the prices of ale?
I can give it to you. Matthew, how much does generic ale cost?
Are you asking me from the? Is it? It says a pint of ale is 1 copper piece. A jug of ale is 2 silver pieces, and a 10-gallon barrel of ale is 5 silver pieces.
I'll stick with 2 silver then, and I'll just pass it over. You can knock yourself out.
Yeah, a jug of ale, that seems like plenty.
Ooh, a feast for a mighty warrior like yourself. Well, nice to meet you, comrades. Oh no, Danny's calling.
No.
Okay. I'm assuming
GG.
with that, you get up and are you gonna go register?
I'll turn to the other 3 or other 2. Say, well, I believe that is for maximum capacity. So if you wish to register, you probably should do it soon before it close.
Yes.
All right, go ahead, lead the way.
Boss.
Yeah. Hold on. Inspecting this burger. It appears slightly undercooked, but
Where did you get that?
I'm back.
All right. Yes, let's head to registration.
And I was like, oh. I'm using my staff to hold myself up.
We'll see you approaching from the already in the seats. I'll be like, Hello, are you updating a team roster?
Yes, we have 2 new members.
Perfect. And what is the team name?
The Forsaken Raven.
I'll see he's flipping through the pages there to get to your thing, and he's still flipping while he'll ask you what are the new members' names?
It is Morbling and Charlie Way.
Are we the
And
Forsaken Raven or Ravens?
Uh,
that is up to you.
That
They're-
doesn't
Jur only
matter.
had Raven. So
Well, I
just
mean,
use
it's
that.
same.
It
We
doesn't
are
matter,
the
just keep
Forsaken.
S. I wrote Forsaken Ravens, Forsaken Raven. It doesn't matter.
Sure, let's do the Forsaken Ravens then.
Alright. Forsaken Ravens, it's easy enough. He'll write down Charlie Way, and what was the other one's name?
Morbling.
Morbling. It's interesting. He kind of says under his breath as he fills it in. He's like, alright, Forsaken Ravens, you have all 4 members registered. Would you like me to lock in this roster for you, or are you still mingling about?
Please lock it in.
Right? Perfect. And he gets out a little, what looks like a stamp, and he kind of stamps the top right corner. He's like, alright, you are good to go. He gives you a little nod.
Good to go.
All right, thank you very much.
I'm gonna make it. I just want to have a room or a bar or something, and just put the retired Rex at the front door. And whenever someone leaves, just say, "You're good to go. You're good to go. You're good to go. You're good." Or like it's like a stamp post or something like that.
Retired Rex would be perfect at a water park.
Yeah.
True. Pool party, Riptide Rex.
Anyway, continue.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't even be like within 3 minutes of going back to, I'm assuming, this little table you found in the bottom with Charlie Way's lonesome table down there. You hear over the intercom coming up again. All right, folks, registration is complete, and I am proud to announce that we have a hefty 62 teams fully registered and locked in for today. For those of you here to spectate, we will now be commencing seating procedures. Please take the stairs up to the top right of the stands and have your tickets out and ready. For our 62 teams competing today, we will get started with the first preliminary challenge shortly. It will be a physical based one, and we will have our top 32 scoring teams moving on to the next preliminary stage. So take this time to prepare. Good luck, and may the light of Stotman be with you.
May I ask questions about this to any like the staff around?
There's not really like designated. Well, there'd be designated staff. There'd be staff at like the ends of this hallway and along the walls. So if you would want to go out of your way to go find someone and ask them,
Mm.
you could.
I'll sit here and say, should I go ask any questions you guys have about the tournament? One I did have is this test going to be against other people, or asking them?
Yes, I would assume that we're against competing teams. Maybe not for these first
Um,
2, but
if
definitely.
If you think your character would have paid any attention to this tournament the previous time it was held when you were in the city, you can roll a history check.
Can I just do that as I would have investigated this place before?
I was talking to Brandon to see if he could remember like how they held it last
Oh,
time,
right.
but yeah, with the 6, you
I'm pretty
aren't
young,
exactly
so I would have
sure.
been really I've been really
Right.
young.
You
so-
wouldn't have had any reason to really pay attention to it. So yeah, to the best of your knowledge, it's just to make assumptions. Whatever your character.
Make
would think.
assumptions. I will.
Make assumptions
Yes.
you will.
Well,
We'll definitely be going up against other people,
Yeah.
likely the people in this room.
If you so say so. Well, in that case, we should probably strategize and actually get familiar with each other's way of fighting instead of just our broad introductions. I'll go first. I am of the roguish type, and as I said, I am more dexterous based than I am strength. I do have different tools amongst my person for certain types of enemies and whatever I may encounter. Though I do not have the strongest of bodies, I can still take a hit, and I am proficient mainly in the front line, while also be able to specialize. Will also be able to attack the back line. I am fitting wherever I'm needed.
Oh, we're back. Me, the other person, that's it. Nothing else. Don't expect me to do too much to try and take a bullet for you, but trust me, when I take that one person isn't going anywhere.
So you're somewhat of a duelist.
Some would call me a duelist. Some just call me a torturer. Depends on where you look at it from.
Oh, very well. And you, Charlie? Charlie?
Charlie is talking to his
Charlie.
girlfriend
You
still.
look like
Don't
that.
buzz
Shut up,
here.
ugly. Shut up, ugly. I'll be like, well, although my age not show it, I am quite the mobile fighter. I can move from point A to point B pretty quick, so don't blink. You might miss me.
I'll do my best. And my boss here is quite proficient in the medical arts, as I'll let you introduce.
Can I
Yes.
like ask the TO a question or something?
We were going to do
If
that
you
after
want to
we're
go
done.
find a staff member, you can, yeah.
Yes, I'm Nostradamus. I'm a local doctor. If you need utility or someone to pick you up, that's my job.
Local doctor, hey? You gonna be like my great auntie, slapping leeches on me and mixing up herbs and saying this is it? Or are we
No.
talking different stuff here?
My
You're projecting your character.
my practices are
Projecting my character like that happens in real life.
Yeah, what, your shaman, your family shaman, fucking used to throw leeches on you as a kid.
No, my medical procedures are quite tried and true. They will guaranteed to make you feel better.
Sounds like a bit of a suspicious procedure. Guarantees? Never heard of that before.
And you've never had a good doctor, my friend.
Oh, oh, oh.
Oh, oh.
Man.
Bang.
Bang. Is that everything? Are we ready to keep moving?
Yeah, listen, you guys had any
yes.
question to ask the staff?
Here, hold on. I need to wash my hands.
Burn.
Well, it'd be about this time you'd hear once again over the intercom coming through. Alright, teams, we have the first preliminary stage set up. Please walk through the main halls and out into the tournament waiting area where our staff members will direct you further. Good luck, and may the light of Stoneman be with you.
Real quick, can we just get a zoom picture of the 3 other people we didn't talk to?
Sure, at the VIP
Oh.
area,
Yeah.
there's this bitch. Yeah, so you can definitely see also the VIP area people, not just these tokens, but the other people
Mhm.
look just general pound for pound fancier, like they're wearing better stuff. I mean, that doesn't obviously, outside appearances don't always dictate everything, but
Dude, this guy looks like such a Chad. There's no way we beat this guy.
Guy looks like death
and then
incarnate.
there's this guy. So these are the 3 kind of conversing at this table.
Oh, Jordan!
Hey,
Aaron.
I know that guy.
It's actually not Jarvan.
I know,
But I literally
does
also
look-
thought that when I saw him. Is this Jarvan fan art? I'm like, oh, this isn't Jarvan. Well,
Wait, that's not Jarvan?
No,
here
that'd be a cool ass
it's not.
Jarvan skin though. Like
I thought it
Dragon
was like
King.
a world.
SSG Jarvan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like a world Jarvan skin.
Yeah, it's. I'm pretty sure it's a world skin for a Smite character. So it makes sense why it's so similar.
Anyways, continue.
But yeah.
Sorry.
Well, just over the announcers asking that all teams basically walk down the end of this long hallway and get into the official tournament waiting room where the TOs and the staff members would direct you where to go. He's basically the challenge is starting. You still could probably find a staff member and ask any last minute questions, or as you're walking into the area, find a staff member to ask anything. But if you don't, so basically, if you want to ask any questions, you have a limited amount of time left to do it. Otherwise, we're gonna start the first stage.
Where's the bar?
Where's the
Bar is your. There's a bar here. Presumably you've ordered from it. That's where all the food and drinks have been coming from. But there is no bar inside the arena, unfortunately. So,
I would recommend you
Go
stock
to the
up.
bar.
right, I'm gonna start moving everyone to the arena if you don't have any questions.
Bro, I said
Well,
I need to go to the
I was
bar.
waiting for Richie to
Oh,
finish.
did you say that? I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, it's easy enough to walk up to the bar, especially because people are already filtering out, given that the spectators are taking their seats and the team members are beginning to get up and make their way to the area. So the bar is rather empty actually, so there's not even a line. You can walk straight up.
Sheesh. And then I hand her like my gourd. I'll be like, fill her up, please.
On the V, fellas.
Take it. Take that and be. That's a 2 silver.
Then I hand him 2 silver. 2 silver. Jeez, what a markup.
What?
Should ignore that and turn around and open the lid of a huge pint of ale. There's like 7 or 8 just jugs of ale, huge jugs stacked up against the wall, and she'll just open the tap, fill your gourd up, and be like, "Here you go." Just hand it back to you.
Now remember, actually, I'll ask the bartender. In between battles, would we be able to come back here?
Yes. Each battle, though, while you're not actively competing, you can come back to either the bar to get food or drink, or your room, as she'll gesture to the many doors lining the walls behind you. Which that's something he would have told you, the director. When you registered, you would have gotten a room number, say room 667. And so each team has their own little room that they can basically have their own private space to rest up if they would like that.
Okay.
You guys included in that.
I'll turn to Charlie and say, look, 2 silver was pretty expensive. I did cover your first fill, but try not to drink it all in one go. Very well, do what you please.
Ooh, feel like normal.
All right, well, let's make our way.
Right. I will just finish copying tokens.
You can highlight them all and copy and paste them in one go.
Yeah, what he
Perfect.
said.
Great to notice. I just
What he
finished the
said.
one token. And I will move you guys to the arena. All right. So in between,
To the arena.
there's also
After
kind
these
of thinking
squares.
about the grid. It's gonna be like this because all the maps export the grid. I'm just telling you ahead of time.
Oh, the
You're
grid
gonna have
looks
to cope.
it looks fine in this one. The other one was kind of off-centered.
Didn't even notice.
All right. Well, regardless, so in between the stages of while you filter in through the large double doors into the arena hallway, and the TOs would explain. I'm gonna do it out of character,
Who's
but they would
clicking
explain
on
in
me?
character the rules of the tournament, everything that's happening, and you would be ushered into one of these arenas when it is your time to fight. And this is where I'll explain how the first preliminary stage happens, which is the physical encounter, which so it is actually not. And the first 2 preliminary stages are to determine who gets into the actual official tournament bracket out of the teams. So if you recall, the announcer said there were 67 teams. Yep. And 32 of the the top 32 teams basically that score the most points will be moving on to the next preliminary stage. And so how this works is there are 10 encounters you get to choose from, numbered simply 1 through 10, and each encounter is worth that many amount of points. So if you pick 10, beat it, you get 10 points. If you pick 5, beat it, you get 5 points. In between encounters, there is no long rest, short rest, anything. You have to. It's basically like the casino that when Kyle
Yeah,
hosted
that's what I'm
for
saying,
that.
similar to that.
And not that again, I have no idea how to balance encounters, so I'm saying you can only do a maximum of 5 encounters. I don't know if you can even
Like
do all
actually
10.
do it.
Probably not, but I'm just saying there's a maximum of 5 encounters, so consider that when you're choosing how to get the most points. And also, the penalty if you choose an encounter and you fail that encounter and you all are knocked unconscious, not only do you not receive that many the points for that encounter, your total score is reduced by 25%.
Okay.
So it is incentivizing only picking encounters that you can beat and determine the points. And like I said, the encounters are simply numbered 1 through 10, and they're each awarding that many points.
Okay. And I'll just speak normally characters as if we're strategizing. I think we should. Me as a player wants to go straight to 10, but I think we should do 8 to see how hard it is and see how good it is. And if we feel like we can go even further, then we should do 10. But if we just start with 10, that means we have all of our resources to go on the biggest, baddest person. You said the difficulty is between 1 and 10, or is it just point-based system?
It's only point-based 1 through 10. You can infer that
Yeah,
the
so
difficulty
it's
would
me
probably be that.
assuming. Okay.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know if it scales like linearly or exponentially. Like you don't know if the gap between 1 and 2 is the same as the gap between 9 or 10 or anything like that. But
Okay.
obviously it will get harder.
Okay. So yeah, so I think since we have all our first resources, we're all full HP, and we have everything, we should go straight to 10. and if we lose, that's fine. We just go to 5 or something like that. But I think right now, since we're at peak performance, we should try to run the heaviest guy. 2 mark stars guy.
All right, if you think that we're able to handle it.
I mean, I feel capable of myself. I have not seen this tournament before, but seeing the other two with us, I have confidence in our capabilities.
All right. Let's do it.
Marbling and Charlie? Your
I
opinions?
don't lose anything.
Yes.
Charlie, are you okay with going straight to 10?
Oh,
I actually don't know how this works.
Well,
You
boss,
know, I just kind of come in this town when the tournament starts because I just get to pick from the trash.
wait,
Oh,
we'll
my
discuss this when we're not in the middle of the
God.
battlefield. I want to ask what you guys' purpose here in entering the tournament, because that seems kind of worrying. But for now, boss, like I said, you always have final say. Want to go straight to 10?
Just throw an enemy in front of me. You seem to know more about this than
Yeah,
me.
fuck it. Let's go straight to 10.
Very well. We choose 10.
All right. So there'll be a little TO sort of on the other side of the gate that you're in through that you'll inform. She'll nod and be like, 10 it is. Best of luck.
We're gonna get so fucked.
And you'll see appearing on the other side of the arena.
Maybe
let me get-
meta, I should have done a
Is
different thing
God
so we can get familiar
himself.
with our kits.
A
And then...
Taras
Oh, this is
forged
gonna
into
be
the
my
arena.
first time ever running combat too, so I'm gonna get to see how this goes for me.
Oh,
But-
we're both beginners.
Yup. All right. Let me make sure this token is set up.
Yeah, Kyle.
All right.
If you're so knowledgeable about D&D, name every feat.
So the gate will rise
Acrobat.
the
Oh wait,
end,
that's skills.
and you'll see this
Wow.
man
Can't even name one.
step out. I think I
Charger.
Charger's clickbait for beginners.
True.
All right. Can you see the token?
I
That's
can't-
all the way
I'm
across the
down there.
arena.
All the way
Oh,
across the arena.
Meta knowledge, meta knowledge, meta knowledge.
Kyle,
Just
you're gonna know
the
every
arena.
single one of these likely.
Yeah.
I'm honestly gonna say, so the way this works also
Hold up.
is it's a magical replication of the creatures that would be in the world. So if you think your character would have any reason to recognize what some of these things are, you can roll a history check.
Me being a monster hunter and just knowing about creatures of great power and stuff like that, could I roll like an insight check to see if I can deem anything about this?
Yeah, you can roll insight or history, whichever one you want.
I'll do insight. Is this 6?
69.
Damn, I'm rolling shit.
True.
Right. I mean, you can tell that it is clearly evil and looks like something you would hunt.
Can you
but
pop up its
wouldn't be able to-
token?
Yeah, my bad. I have to shift C.
Oh shit.
This guy's got evil eyes.
It's a buckethead zombie.
Okay.
All right. Now that's the case.
True.
You can roll for initiative. Let's ask you for
Uh,
rolling for initiative. Oh, go ahead.
I'll say this to my group first. By the looks of it, you can't really see too well, but his hand looks to be skeleton-like, so it may be of the undead nature.
Yeah.
Do keep that in mind. I'll see if I have any tools that may help with that.
No need to share your ideas with me. I'm only good at one thing. Punching, and that's about it.
How do I pull up the initiative tracker? Go.
The left side, there should be like a clock thing,
Clock.
like clock
Click.
icon, and
We
then
go
you
over
right-click your
back.
tokens and you add a turn, and then you have to type in
Add
manually.
turn.
Yeah.
See. Right, and so for rolling initiative for the characters, I just roll d20 and add dex modifier.
It should literally say their initiative right there.
Does it say?
If not, then
initiative?
just do dexterity.
I don't see initiative. No, I don't see
Wait,
initiative.
so I got
anywhere.
a
Unless I'm stupid.
19 and an 18.
You rolled twice for
Take
some
the
reason.
first roll.
It's just the
Yeah.
first one. I got a
Okay.
20.
I clicked
Scroll
once,
down to
but it
add
sent
turn.
twice.
Make sure you're just clicking. Don't click on the dice. Click on the actual.
Just like the name
image.
or the
Yeah, or the number.
yeah. Just click on
just
the
click on
number
the-
itself.
Click on the
I
plus
see,
4
'cause I
itself.
clicked on the dice.
Yeah,
and
don't
it-
click on the dice.
Let's get the 20. Yes. Did you roll Nostradamus?
Yes.
Yeah, I got a 16.
Let's see. 16. I'll roll my d20. 10. Stacks. Okay.
Alright,
Well,
you're getting
you
to
guys
see.
get first move, it would appear.
Your turn order is all wrong.
Do the 3 dots and organize descending.
Settings, descending.
There you go.
All right, Casca, you are up.
Yeah. As I look at my character sheet,
It's far as fuck from us.
indeed.
Are you far as fuck from it?
Nah, it's far as fuck from us. Damn! I don't have enough movement for that shit.
You'll see her draw her a rapier from the back sheath, and then draw her pistol with her right hand, the left hand with the rapier, right hand with the pistol. But then, which actually no, never mind. I'll draw the rapier, and then I'll go into my bag and get a crumpled piece of paper that looks like kind of oily or like greasy, and I'll do that piece of paper and I'll wipe it all across the blade. And as I'm wiping it, you'll see it starts igniting in flame. I will bonus action turn on the flames of my fire rapier. And then I shall walk up. I only have 30 feet of movement, and as soon as I get here, I will take my right hand and I'll draw my pistol and fire.
All right, go ahead and roll.
First roll is a 15.
All right, your bullet. It's the first bullet, not only for your character, but for you as a character, and it goes pink, and it will bounce off his chest. The 15 will not hit him.
I will, that'll be my turn.
All right. It
Well,
is. I'm gonna hit this. This is the next button. It is the next
nah.
button. All right,
What I
warbling.
can do here. Well, how much does dash give again when you dash?
Double.
So I get doubled, but then I don't get any action after dash.
If you spend a key point, you
Use
may
key
dash as a
point.
bonus action. Or you can action dash, and then you have a bonus action to do whatever, but you can't attack with your bonus action unless you attack with your main action. So if you really want to get close to him, you would bonus action, step of the wind, spend a key point, and then you would action attack.
How is your movement speed that low?
It's 45. This thing is 55 feet away from us. It's far as fuck.
For you, maybe?
Wait, I can move
For someone
45
with not
and
as
then
young
swing.
and spry as me.
So if I move 45 feet here,
Mhm.
this would be more than 45 feet, right? How do I
As
do
you're
it?
dragging your token to place it, right click, and then a measuring tool will come out.
Or you could just click on the measuring tool on the hotbar.
So
it would just be your left click.
I'm gonna move right here, and then I'm gonna use my quarterstaff to attack.
Does quarterstaff have reach?
No, it does not.
It
No,
does
the
not.
quarterstaff.
It's
What's this
5
ability? My fucking arms of
Arm.
astral self. I'm gonna summon that,
Does that have reach?
which gives me a 10 feet reach.
Oh!
It does.
So-
Is it a bonus action or some of that?
Pretty sure it is a bonus action.
As a bonus action, you can spend 1 key point to fucking So I'm going to punch with a normal attack using or the arms of astral self, and then I'm
Well,
going to
describe how it
use-
looks.
Oh yeah. So as I use arms of astral self, you see 2 arms split out from the top of my shoulders, like wrap upwards, and then you see 2 arms near the lower back of my thing come out, but they're like hollow projections. They're not like fully solid. They're like you can kind of see through them. They're like transparent, but they're like bluish, and you can see that they're there. So,
Alright,
would
awesome.
I roll? Would I roll for Beyond 20, or should I just click?
You go on,
you roll
you go
on
on
Beyond.
D&D Beyond, and then you click on like the hand icon next to the name of the attack you want to use.
And then this. Oh, whoops. Take the top one.
I think you attack twice either way, so
Yeah, that's it, right? Yeah, because there's no advantage, but that's fine. So, you do 2 attacks?
2 attacks.
yeah, attack action gets 2 attacks.
Right, awesome. Well, you pull out these transparent blue arms out of nowhere and unleash a quick pow pow double punch, and you'll see he was quite ready for the first one, as he'll just block the first one effortlessly, but even though he just saw it, he's not quite taking into account that there are 6 arms yet and was not ready for the second punch, and you land a solid hit into his side, and he will take 7 force damage.
Gay boy.
Yeah, so I was
don't
about
forget
to
take your key
ask. Can I stunning strike this, or do I have to do it
Yeah,
say
so-
before I hit?
No, stunning strikes whenever you hit. So you can determine now that you hit You can now say, I want to spend a key point to try to stunning strike.
Yeah, so I want to try and stunning strike. So where would I roll for that? Would it
They have to make a DC save. Just make sure you mark down your key points that you're using.
Alright, what's the DC on the save and what type of
16.
save?
It's a 16 Constitution saving throw.
DC 16.
And I have 8 key points, right?
Yeah,
Well,
you should have
that
8.
4.
It should be in your, I think it's features and traits. It should be listed there. There's like little boxes you can mark
Oh
off.
yeah, there it is. So I'm minus a -1.
I believe it -2 since you also procced Astral Arms.
For flurry of bows, that means yeah. So, because I procced astral arms, I'm reading here right now. If I proc astral arms, it must.
What'd you say?
No, you're good.
Okay. Just make sure, okay. But, continue, Matthew.
Right, okay.
I was,
So-
about to, I was about to start
yeah.
narrating and losing the saving throw.
You're not the DM anymore, Kyle. Yeah, he was not ready for the 6-armed attack, and as he landed that solid punch into his side, it kind of reverberates, and he was just, you caught him way off guard, and he was not ready for that. So you can see the force from your blue, like he blocked the normal punch from your arm, and then the second attack coming from your astral arm, you can see the force energy that comes from that projection of your arm travel through his body, and it sort of stutters and then stops, and he is stunned. 'Cause that
Bonk.
is what failing that does, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You can do your little icon on him.
Okay, this is what we use.
I can use the
Use
fist
just the-
icon.
Just
Like a
icon.
punch.
Oh my god, there's so many of these things.
Yeah, there's so many of them, they're all useless because they don't actually do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally just a
There it is.
fist. Yeah.
Alright, he is stunned. And that is your turn, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Alright, Nostradamus, you are up.
Alrighty. I would like to move here. And I will cast. Yeah, I was gonna cast Bless, you fucking bastard. I was just making sure. This is 3 creatures. This is.
I'm sorry, I'll stop backseat character gaming, as I
Yeah,
just did
gosh.
twice in 2 people's
God.
turns, saying to Sonic Check and also to Bless. I'm used to just playing DM and giving guys advice what to do, but
One additional creature.
Yeah, stop. Otherwise, I'll kill you.
no, sorry, it's 6 years of habits dying hard.
I will cast Bless at the 2nd level, and I will grant it to everyone, including myself.
I don't remember what I used for Bless. I think I just used like this, maybe. I think I used the holy thing actually. Isn't there one right here? Yeah, there you go. That's the one I used. Angel.
Just put that on yourself.
Yeah.
Come on, Kyle, you're not allowed to edit your own things. Did you put on all 4 of them?
I didn't get it. What is this?
Just mark it on yourself. Click on your token and click on the circle little thing below it,
Yeah,
and you'll
so
see it. Okay.
Alright, so, yes, you'll feel an energy wash over you that you feel like will empower your abilities. And then, as a bonus action, at the 2nd level, I would like to cast Spiritual Weapon right next to him, right here,
Alright.
and make a swing on him. I will I
your
will
spiritual
call
weapon.
down, I'll like reach up to the sky and like grasp my hands, and a little raven will fly down and fucking beam straight for the sky.
Go for the eyes,
It's
Valor.
Raven. Alright. And that's a 12? Is that what you just rolled?
Yes.
Fortunately.
Plus 1d4.
Oh, you have advantage because he's stunned also, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
14.
So
plus
it's
a D-
16.
I don't think Bless applies to spiritual.
Does it?
Because you're doing a
Wait.
a spell weapon attack, right?
Whenever a target makes an attack roll, yeah, it's just attack rolls.
So, and what is spiritual weapon? It's a. What does it say? You make a.
Uh, when you cast the spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a
Yeah.
creature.
Okay, then I would say it's less, but it's up to you, Matthew. You are the DM
Yeah,
role.
that sounds like it applies. Sadly, even with this Death Knight stunned, the 16 is not gonna hit. So your bird casts and it kind of flies down and it just sees that the Death Knight's stunned and maybe you're just not quite giving it the respect it deserves, and it just kind of pecks him in the chest. And even though he's stunned, he still is a heavy suit of metal armor on him. So fortunately, that will not do any damage.
You guys got a correct AC of what?
So that
16 and he didn't get
end
hit.
of your turn.
Oh, by,
Yes.
by the way, I
Actually-
wanted to ask this: are we playing with flanking?
Is flanking?
Flanking stock rules, but
Yeah.
I say no to it just because I don't like flanking. But it's
What do you
entirely
guys
up to you.
want?
What is
We're all gonna say yes because flanking's good.
Well, there's. Keep in mind it's a 4v4 tournament, so you know I don't want the like flank chain where everyone's in a single line. So
Yeah,
I'll just say
That's one like
flanking
nasty thing
gives
about it.
I'll do the homebrew where flanking just gives a +2 on the roll.
Oh. Okay.
So what is considered
advantage.
flanking?
You're on opposite side of the token, so let's say like if you cut the token in half, I'll do a ruler. My ruler trail has disappeared from me. Let's say if I'm right here and then you're right here, we get flanking since we're both on opposite sides of them.
I see.
And if you're right there, opposite sides, opposite sides. But you basically just need 2 allies on each side of the enemy.
There was something else I was gonna ask too. I forgot. God
Don't do
damn it.
marshals.
Oh yeah, martial checks.
None of these guys have like any homebrewed. Well, they don't have like the Kyle's typical trait system, so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna usually use martial checks for this.
All right, sounds good.
So that's
What
it.
are martial checks?
It's my homebrew boss mechanic.
learn their abilities. That's it.
Charlie Way, you are up.
Alright, I will use my item interaction to finish off my ale.
Damn. Costco looks visibly semi-impressed by you chugging down the entire thing already.
Yeah, baby, I'm feeling just like normal. I'm drunk. And then I flex and my fucking I flex and my shirt rips off.
Okay.
Alright, baby, Charlie Way's coming in.
Dustin's like kicking up behind you, goes in my face.
Did I get flanking with the spiritual weapon?
Special weapon does not count as an ally,
No.
so no.
Doesn't count as an ally?
No.
No.
Alright,
No.
No.
Can
And then-
something maintain that same slot? You might want to move back one.
No,
or forward
something
one.
cannot maintain that same slot.
You might want to like move here or here instead, so you can set up flanking. Because
That'd be
no one can go here.
I'll be fine.
Well, it's for someone
yeah,
else,
I'll
not
set
for
it
you.
up, but
Charlie Way doesn't think
I gotta
about
hit
other people.
and then I'm gonna attack with advantage because he's stunned. What do you?
Hit the 28 will absolutely hit him. Is this amazing the left or right one for these?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, it's two-handed versus one-handed.
Yeah, I
So-
believe he's in a two-handed, so...
Yeah, I'm using it two-handed.
Alright, well you can describe how that 11 points of damage lands into him.
Ooh, I
That's
just fucking
solid
whack
hit.
him.
Well, I mean, technically, you used your item interaction to drink your ale, and so in order to two-hand the weapon and offhand attack, you would have to item interaction change your hands, and so you wouldn't be able to two-wield it, you'd be able to one-hand it.
Alright, I'm giving you a magic item called one free ale drink.
I'm
That's my homebrew.
Yeah, you're really gonna do
One
it.
free ale.
I'm just being a fucking twerp. Please continue.
Alright, I'm assuming you have a lot more because you're a monk,
Here's
so...
the second one, baby. What do you?
Alright, the 27 will also hit, and that will be another solid 13 points of damage. So how does this... You just did 20 something points of damage. Describe how this drunk
So-
man looks running across the entire field to just beat the shit out of this armored man.
It's like I'm like swaying around and I'm obviously playing the drunken fool, but it's like I'm leaning into the action. So like the sway would like it almost looks as if I'm losing balance, but then it's actually to like put myself in position to attack. It's more of like the art style. It's more of like to fool, as if like oh like it's a fucking drunk. He can't fucking fight. But in reality, it's like whoa what the fuck.
You know, it was certainly a whoa what the fuck moment.
And
Is
then
there
I
any more
will use
punches?
my key point to use flurry of blows.
Alright, that's another 2. It's that 21 will indeed hit for another 10 points of damage. Oh my god, the drunk fool is... You may have underestimated him. Are you making a 4th roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, Philly
Gives
Bills gives
us
you 2 more
more
rolls.
rolls.
Monk things, I guess. Alright, wow, well, I mean, he wouldn't really be able to see reaction to this guy anyways, considering he's completely covered in armor with only his eyes and he is stunned, but you can just tell, even though he has not moved, that I don't think anyone was expecting what just happened for this drunkard to charge across the battlefield and unleash a flurry of blows, which you might expect his hand to hurt from punching armor, but somehow it's almost like he left a dent in the metal armor somehow. You can almost swear.
You'll hear Caustic shout out. Charlie, try to back up 1 or go forward 1.
Oh,
got a
I
quick
ain't
question.
done yet. And then I action surge.
The flurry of blows. How many times can you cast it after punching someone?
Twice.
Twice.
So yeah, Flurry Blows is your bonus action, and you just punch twice. The reason why he's rolling so much though is because he has advantage.
Yeah. And then I will use my action surge to proc my attack again.
Richard, you can set your roll, or you can set it so you can roll at advantage every time instead of just having to roll twice.
Yeah, but I like seeing the brick of text.
Okay.
That's part of the monk experience.
Udio,
Alright.
Udio.
Or do you have any movement left, or are you
I do
gonna
have
use it?
movement because I used my thing. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna finish my attack turns. I'm gonna try to use bless for the 15.
Do you still have more? This is a 5th attack.
He's action surging.
action surge.
Oh, you actually have action surge? Are you
Yeah.
multi-classed to a fighter? I thought that was a
Yeah.
joke.
I thought you I thought you looked at his character sheet, Matthew. Huh?
Richie is the only one who didn't send me his character sheet. I literally
I
asked him for it.
literally DM'd it to you. Are you
That's
blind?
actually Cap. That's why I literally had to ask for it,
Check
and
the
you were like,
DMs. Check the DMs.
Alright, I'll check them after, but whatever. So that's 13 more damage. Wait,
Oh well,
Did
it's
he hit?
15. So I'm
Well,
gonna
roll
I'm
bless,
yeah.
bless, yeah.
okay.
You technically have blessed in every
Check.
single.
Oh,
19.
15, 19.
Clash.
It is unfortunately not a clash, as you've got a little too cocky from Casca's words of encouragement, or just feeling yourself. Maybe the drunk part of the drunk fool is kicking in, and 19's still a pretty solid hit, but it does not feel like all the other punches you previously landed. Your hand actually did kind of sting from that.
Sheesh. Good thing I'm drunk. All right, here's the last one.
Or so does 19 miss?
Yeah.
19 does miss.
Oh boy.
Alright, well the 23 will hit for another 13 points of damage. So you course corrected that very quickly to land another solid punch. And
I'll be
sheesh!
Using
really
my
all I can
movement
say
to go
about
over
that.
here.
Alright, well that finally ends your turn.
See, yes. See, I told you I got style.
It's done.
It's done. So do I remake the saving throw
No,
now?
you literally do absolutely
You
nothing.
do nothing.
Well, at the end of his turn. I
No,
remake
not
it,
even
right?
that. No, it goes away at the end of Morblin's turn.
Alright, then it's Casca's turn.
Yeah. Hope you enjoy playing D&D, Matthew.
Stunning strike is hog.
What you call it? I'll run up in front now that I'm flanking with Charlie. I shall get my flaming rapier and I shall thrust forward with an attack.
Alright, go for it. We'll get it. Okay. You don't even need the +2
With a
flanking.
sneak attack too.
Alright, how
And
am
also
I-
with my fire damage. So it's all this.
God.
It's literally all this.
It's the 3 plus 17 plus 7 plus
No,
9.
it's 6 plus 6 because that's my normal sword. 3 is the fire damage, 17 is sneak attack damage, and then 7 is from the crit fire damage, and then the 9 is from the crit sneak attack damage.
Okay, so you did 6 with sword, 3 with fire, 17 with sneak attack, and then
Crit.
crit 6 with sword, crit 7 with fire, and crit 9 with sneak attack.
Yeah.
Alright, let me bust out the fucking calculator really quickly. We got 6 plus 6 plus 3 plus 17 plus 7 plus 9, and I don't think, does he have any kind of, no, he does not.
First time
have
I'm happy
anything.
about Kyle critting, bro.
Alright.
Yeah, you'll
So
see
you can
as I take my.
describe,
You'll
yeah, that's a whopping 48 points of damage, by the
Mhm.
way. If you want to describe how that looks.
You see as I nimbly dash beneath all 6 of you, or sorry, one side is 3 of your arms, Warbling, I was immediately come underneath the armored suit, knowing that the underneath weakest
You
parts is the
what?
underneath the armored
What?
suit, knowing that the weakest part is like under where their armpits at. And so I'll take my rapier and I just thrust it straight up through his shoulder blade as I will do my crit. And then
Can you take reactions when you're stunned? I'm
no,
assuming you can't.
you cannot.
Alright.
And then
Still your turn.
I'll bonus action. You'll see as soon as I go up with my rapier, I'll pull it out and take my pistol, and I'll kind of like fan the hammer and point blank shot the bullet.
Alright.
Pistol. 20.
Would you like to clash?
Oh, we actually playing Clash?
I like clash.
Yes. Yes.
You want me to DM
yeah.
you the threshold
Yes.
just to so you're
Yeah, just the thresholds.
Okay, well, actually seeing that he looks bloody, doesn't he? Or like fucked up.
Yeah, you can tell that he has already taken a pretty good beating in this first round.
Yeah.
So yes, he's looking bloodied. It's bloodied is 50%, and then like mortal or
Yeah,
whatever
if bloody is
10%,
50%, mortal is like 5-10%, whatever you want. It doesn't really matter.
roughly. Okay.
I think to myself, what should I call it? So I can clash here. I'll have advantage on it. I'll have a +2 because of planking, also a +D4 because of bless. And then I may potentially just crit, and I won't have sync tech though. Sync tech's not in this. But what should I call it? Or I can just play safe since he's low. I'm also full HP, and nothing happens. Also, he will have disadvantage on the attacks. I believe Jur, your duelist perk feat. If you attack someone, they
have to
can.
turn it on first.
Well,
It's not a feat. I don't have duelist as a feat.
you don't. That way chose duelist for you.
No. I have an ability called Compelled Duel. but
Oh,
that's
compelled
not-
duel. That's a different thing. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay. Well, what do you guys think?
I mean, he's already so low. I just play it safe.
Costco would also play it safe. I will not like to clash.
We know his
Alright.
AC now.
So
Okay.
it's a 14 damage because you don't have sneak attack, right?
Yeah,
You already
it's
used
just
that. Oh my
14.
god, look at your sneak attack damage, by the way. You
Oh dang! Hey,
Alright, that's 14 more piercing damage with the play it safe.
I'll point blank shock and I'll spin the pistol and holster it, be ready to draw it once more, but it's already reloaded in my holster.
Alright. If that's the end of your turn, then it is Morbling who is up.
Go Morbling.
Oh yeah, it's me, Morbling.
It's
I forgot.
Morbling time.
I forgot my catchphrase when I did the fucking thing. I didn't say it's Morbin time. God damn it. So sad.
Immersion ruined.
So I moved right there.
Here,
So I moved closer.
you might want to move up one more
No.
so we can get another.
5.
Well, it's just you if you want to run up.
Yeah, I will run up.
So I'm gonna. So I can still fucking. I have bless, and then that's a 1d4.
Mm-hmm.
So if I roll my attack action.
You also have advantage.
my quarterstaff.
But you're stunned.
I'm rolling the quarterstaff attack.
Roll again, see if crit.
Roll again, see if I crit.
Same advantage. To advantage, you roll twice and take that. So you get 28. Kyle baited you because now you only get 9
Fuck
damage. instead of
you,
14.
Kyle.
You would have to roll twice either way.
Yeah, you do. Alright, well, it's 9 damage.
And then I'm gonna attack again with the quarterstaff.
Go for it. 16 will not hit.
Roll bless.
Oh, true.
It could matter. If you get a 4, you can clash.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Would you like to clash?
Yes!
Don't clash
Yes!
her.
Clash.
You're not.
Morbling sounds like the kind of person that would clash.
He would honestly clash. Something you do.
Alright. So how do I clash as I'm stunned? Does that
So I mean, Clash's action they take against you, and you're forced to react to it. So yes, you guys will both roll. But you just roll neutrally because I don't think there's any disadvantage or anything, any debuffs on you. So yes, you can still attack while you're stunned, or you can still clash while you're stunned.
Alright, Jur, you can roll another attack at advantage, and you get to add bless again onto it. Alright, when you clash,
Yes, you add every single base mechanic as a normal attack would.
no, but he makes a completely new roll, right? He doesn't use his previous roll.
What previous roll?
Yeah, he has to
Like he
make it-
clashed because he rolled a 20.
Oh yeah, he makes a completely new one.
Alright. So do we make another roll with
On
more
my quarterstaff
plus
one?
again?
Yeah, so you
Yeah,
roll,
the same
just roll twice with advantage. Oh damn, 20. He almost crit on that. Roll again, see if you crit. Yeah,
Alright, roll less.
roll less. Oh damn, yeah, you have a 27.
32.
Oh, sorry, 32. Yeah.
Bro, Kyle,
Uh,
you're scamming
my
me.
bad.
27. Where's 27 coming from? What the fuck?
Alright, and I
Oh,
add
I'll-
my own attack modifier.
Yeah, just your neutral attack
and
modifiers.
it. So. Alright, he loses this clash by 5. So
I
don't
believe
know
you
what
crit, and then you apply a. Oh, you just
the
crit.
attack modifiers.
Let me. So right now you get the damage of what your highest one was, and you can roll damage again. Let me double check though. My DM screen.
So would I roll for my damage again, or would I just
Roll a d8 again. Roll 1d8.
If I don't want to roll one, Kyle.
Then suffer.
Oh, this is my old clash rolls.
Sick.
Oh, whoops. I'll type it out for you. I don't have it written down, but I will.
Alright, we'll just say it's a crit for now then.
Yeah, it is at least a crit, but I don't think you apply a status effect or anything like that.
So he gets the 10 damage from his previous roll, and you get to get crit damage, so he rolls his dice again.
Yeah, which is what he did. He rolled a 6. So the
Okay, so
28
extra
roll,
six.
it's 10,
10
plus
damage
6.
plus.
So,
Alright. Do you want to describe how this looks like? This clash into an absolute. That was a
How would
huge. I don't think I've seen a 32 on a clash roll before.
how would I even describe clashing with the guy that's laying on the floor?
so
What?
he's not laying on the floor, but clashing is basically
It's
so
the
your guys are like
arms that-
clashing swords leaning against each other, like you guys are
Alright,
grabbing each
so
other's
here's
hands.
what happened. I slammed my staff into his sword, and then he's fucking just standing there, and then I use my astral arm on my right side to fucking uppercut the fucker into the sky. Can I use flurry of blows here?
You already did. Or did you?
I didn't.
He did not.
Oh yeah.
You can continue to use flurry of blows then.
You have to put a key point. Remember that.
Yeah, I know. So I get a flurry of blows, and then with flurry of blows, I can apply a stunning strike with flurry of blows, right?
He's already
No,
stunned.
he's still stunned.
Yeah, you can't apply stun when
Oh,
he's
so it
already
has to
stunned.
be until my thing is over. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So I get to do it twice with flurry of blows. Yes.
Flare blows you attack twice, yes. You
Yeah.
still have advantage in each attack.
Is he stunned? Roll again.
Save crit. At 25.
So then I would
25
take
hits.
25 because 8.
By the way, just in case this comes up later on, if you roll twice and you roll a 25, and let's say you rolled a 20 on that second attack, you can't clash. With advantage, you always take the higher number. So.
And anyways, I'm gonna roll
Yeah.
for my second hit of my unarmed strike.
25.
25 will also hit for 8 more damage.
Righty dog. Okay.
Right.
So
Is
I
that
did
the end
2
of your
attacks.
onslaught, Morbling?
Yeah, that's everything.
Alright.
Nothing else.
You do your uppercut into the air and you beat the shit out of him basically mid-air while
You like
he's coming
Dante
back
juggle
down.
him.
And he
Double jump.
lands and he almost falls over into the sand, but he manages somehow to miraculously land, still standing up, barely has some life left in him. We'll see how long that lasts for. Nostradamus, it is your turn.
Okay.
Oh, he is no longer stunned.
Alright, he is no longer stunned.
He
Yeah, you
has a
built like
reaction.
tank, though.
Can
He's
maybe use a
taking health
reaction.
damage.
Seems like it.
This guy's pretty low.
Don't spend too many resources because we still have a.
Yeah, I know.
fights.
I'm not.
Yeah, you monks better be keeping track of your key points, by the way.
I've used 3 key points, so.
5 more in the bank, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Do you think I should use any spell slots at all, Kyle?
No. Attack with your spiritual weapon and then cantrip like Sacred Flame.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. I could.
Because then it's Charlie's turn. So
Yeah.
Liam's Pog too. We have 2 monks, and so as soon as he's no longer stunned, if our monk goes next, then he can just try to stun him.
He gets stunned
Yeah.
again.
Alright. I'm gonna attack him once with my spiritual weapon. Let me just quickly roll that. is a tier 2.
Alright, well, let me see here. Alright, so the bird learning from its first attack, searches for some more weak points, and seeing Casca's crit right between the armor, will try and aim in the same spot to get more advantageous position. However, I don't know how to describe this. Oh, he's no longer stunned. Finally, he can move again. So seeing the bird aiming right for his chest, he finally takes the opportunity to be able to move to put his arm out in front of the little opening that Casca previously shot him in and block the bird's attack, and he will reaction parry.
Okay.
Damn, bro, he has a beefy parry. It's a +4.
I'm gonna run up to
More
him
than +4.
and I'm gonna bonk him with my mace.
With advantage.
Yes.
Bonk him, bonk him. Bonk.
13 will
Don't worry,
miss.
guys. But
That 14 will miss, as he is actually able to defend himself. He just blocks it off. You may have been too used to just seeing everyone else wailing on a motionless figure that you forgot. Oh yeah, he can block now. He's not stunned.
I recommend staying in the back line.
yeah,
Right. Is that it for your turn?
I need to get up in the action, bro. Yeah, that's my turn.
Right, Charlie Way, you're up.
Oh yeah.
I'm the stun of the
Don't
kid.
spend any. Oh, I mean, he's gonna have one turn. There's no way.
Odia.
Bless.
You have bless.
Bless.
21.
The bless
And that is
hammer.
13 bludgeoning damage as he almost falls over. He's barely hanging on.
You're no bell.
The last flicker of life within his metal armor suit,
Oh, hold on.
just about to be put into the dirt.
I lied. You don't have advantage. Matthew said homebrew +2 to your hit instead of advantage when you're flanking.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
roll-
it would have hit anyways.
Yeah.
It was his first attack. So it was
I'm
first
just
attack.
specifying that.
You can use the second one if you need
Well,
to, but
No, it doesn't matter. And then the 23, which is the first one, he doesn't have advantage, will hit. And that will finish him off. If you want to describe how you land the finishing blow.
Ooh. So I walk him with my staff. He's on like the fucking turntables of like about to fucking like pass over. I basically just like bonk him on the head, and as he's on the way down, I'm like falling with him to elbow him.
You elbow him, he falls onto the sand, and you almost just elbow him in the back. So this is something I explained to a couple people. The way this works is obviously this is a tournament for fun. This doesn't apply here to these not real creatures, but when you're fighting the actual people, they're not dying, and when you drop
Yeah.
to 0 hit points and fail your death saves, this sand that's magical will basically absorb you and you'll sink into it. So it's as he's fallen unconscious into the sand and starts like sinking into the sand, you kind of just elbow him in the back and help him, give him a helping shove into the sand as he disappears.
Does he not make
And-
death saves?
These ones don't, because these aren't people, these are just monsters. So they do not make death saves. He is now, and that will be 10 points. I'll add this in the notes chat. Correct
I'll
points.
towards
10
Morblin.
points.
I'll say, oh, very proficient. That was a great example to give us the opportunity to attack.
yeah, great job.
All I
Alright.
do is punch. Let's punch some more people! Yeah!
Alright, if you want to make your way back to your starting positions, you can. The lady behind the gate will kind of look at you and she'll give you a nod for approval. Back. Not bad. I expect to see you through the next round.
Grab some
But
sand from the ground and I eat it.
We'll see if overconfidence might be your undoing. What would you like to fight next?
9? Turns to our party.
Okay, I'm moving you back, by the way.
We'll have a time to rest after.
Not between these battles.
No.
but-
I know, not between these, but after.
Oh yeah,
these,
after
but-
all this.
Yeah.
Also, would my bless and spiritual weapon decay?
If they say for like a minute or something, right?
It's a
so
minute.
these are out of combat now, so they would decay. Because
I'll see if my flame sword goes away. I think it's until dispelled. The flames ring bright light 4-foot radius.
How many points do we need to get out of this?
As
Yeah,
much as
no-
possible. But you can choose 5 options and as much points as possible.
you're
So
competing against all the other teams, it's just the top 32 teams with the most points will move on to the next round. So you don't technically know the amount, but obviously the more points you get, the higher chance you have.
Yeah,
So-
okay. The flame sword just lasts forever until I sheath it or I drop it. Okay.
Nice.
I'll say, seeing that the only really big resources we use was some of our monk's exhaustion, but I believe that we are confident enough to take number 9.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 9 it is then. So then she'll turn away, and I will get number 9 set up here. Perfect. Google Doc. Find this.
The Samara theme actually is pretty good for this.
It is. It's kind of bumping.
Mm-hmm.
Change it up for the next fight.
Casca will turn towards Charlie. I'm glad I bought you that ale.
Oh, might need to buy me another one after this.
Well, if we keep going like we are now, we can buy all the ale we want.
Oh, I hope you're a woman of your word.
All right. Is this perfectly set up? All right. Yes. Okay. So. Sure. Yep. All right. It's good to go. So you'll sit there waiting.
There should be. It's canon. There's a shark on top of the arena that says "It's good to go,"
Yeah.
and then it immediately spawns.
You hear that behind you. So you'll give it to the woman. She'll go back, do whatever you're doing. Wait a couple 10 seconds, and you hear somewhere from the back, "It's good to go!" And then you'll hear some rumbling as it opens, and popping out, you will see your next opponent. Over there. All right,
Away from
Yo, was that Valor?
pop it up. It's Valor. Again, if
It's a small
I
bird.
don't think you guys, anyone here would know what this is,
Bird up.
so
Bird up.
I think we will just re-roll initiative.
We're not doing same initiative. Reroll it every time.
It is a new battle, so
Okay.
it is new initiative.
Let's roll initiative.
13.
10.
27. Pistol pod.
man.
Costco with the 27. What'd you get, Jer?
Got a natural 1.
Nice job,
Yep.
Morbling.
5. What did Richie? What did you get?
19.
Charlie Way. 19. All right. And 14
God.
plus Dex modifier means I will order of descending. All right, Casca, you are up.
Okay, how far is this? Okay. You'll see I'll take my rapier, the same dashing motion. I'll bonus action cutting action dash, and then run up in front of him, and I'll take my flaming rapier and I'll action attack.
Go ahead and roll to hit. You do not have advantage now, right?
I do not. It's just 11.
Right. 11 will miss as you swing at it, and it kind of just dodges. It's kind of surprising for this is quite a massive bird in front of you,
Mhm.
and despite its huge wingspan, it can move quite nimbly. It's like kind of uncanny, but yes, so it will just move its gigantic wings out of
Like
the way.
a
and
large
dodge your
creature or
attack.
still a medium creature?
It is. If you does the size class matter?
Yes, it does. It takes more squares if it's a large creature.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I was like, I
Si-
assumed this was like a huge
size.
bird, but
Yeah. Well,
just grow the token. You can click on it and the little boxes on the side and just make it bigger.
I know what sizes. I'm trying to figure out.
It should say it like next to its name.
It's okay.
If it doesn't say like say large, then
Am I just? It is this big.
oh,
This is how
okay.
big
Let's
the bird
let's
is.
put you
Yeah.
Damn, okay.
in the middle then.
Bird roll cut. There you go.
Bird up.
Yes, so it is a it is a huge bird. Wait, I messed up. It's bigger than this.
Okay. Well, I mean, if I don't
This
need
is
a
big.
dash, then
There you go. Yeah, if you
My
want to
God,
resend the
bird
action
up.
dash.
I still need 10 foot of movement in order to get there, so I'll keep it as it was.
All right. And your attack will still miss.
Yeah.
Is that your turn?
I still have more. For that action dash, it was 40 feet here. I shall walk away 20 feet, and if you try to take opportunity attack, you'll see as I nimbly dodge underneath it. As I am a swashbuckler rogue, you cannot take opportunity attacks after I try to attack you.
Is it after you try an attack?
Yeah,
or
it's
is it
after you
land
make an
the
attack. It is. I'll read to you specifically. Fancy footwork. During your turn, if you make a melee attack against a creature, so if I make one, not if I hit one, that creature cannot make opportunity attack against you for the rest of your turn.
Okay, good to know. Well, it is Charlie Way's turn then.
Oh. Time for me to run up. How much movement is that? 40. Ooh. And then I'll whack it. Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
Alright,
26.
26 will hit. As you will deal 13 damage, just smacking the bird.
And I'm gonna try to stun it.
Alright, go ahead.
DC 16, Constitution saving
That is
throw.
what I roll.
It's, is it?
Oh no,
16?
yours 14, I
Yeah,
believe.
mine's 14.
Well, it will pass that DC save as you punch into the bird, and it is, even though birds are the bird's bones are hollow, so you'd think it'd be kind of light, but it is very heavy, just probably because of its size more than anything else, and it is not stunned.
And then I'll
The
do
second
it
attack.
again.
Do it again, baby.
Bomb him, 17 will hit for 12 points of damage.
I will go for another stunning strike.
That means you
Alright,
could have a 16
another key
AC.
point. 6 is probably gonna fail. Yes, 6 will fail. So this time it is. Well, at the fist icon is stunned.
Does it just drop out of the air?
Sure. Hasn't even taken flight yet.
Yeah, it's not in the air yet, but I think it would because stunning sets your movement speed to 0, and if your movement speed 0, you can't fly. So
I mean, if you're already in the air, I believe you stay in the air. You just can't move from there. I don't know.
fall.
It depends how you
Because-
rule it.
I've seen multiple rulings where your speed is set to 0, you fall out of the air because you need speed to be able to keep flying in the
Yeah,
air. to keep
it would
yourself
make sense
airborne.
if you fall down. That's how I would rule too.
Well, is there anything else, Charlie
No.
Way?
Use my bonus action to unarmed strike. What do you?
You have advantage now because
Are you
it's
really
stunned.
blowings?
No, just unarmed strike.
Okay. Oh yeah, you have advantage. Yeah.
That 18 will hit, and that will deal 9 more damage.
Ooh, it's time for the birdie's turn. Go birdie.
Can't see what bottom say. Nice taking advantage of that. Leaves the rest of us with
Right.
advantage.
Bird will pass.
Oh,
Not because it has to, because I'm choosing
no.
to have mercy. Nostradamus, you are up.
I'll move here. That's good. And I will cast Bless at the first level and give it to all my allies.
Alright, everyone is blessed once more.
Except for me, I'm not blessed.
You're not blessed.
And I will. Oh. I will. Pretty sure that's just my turn.
Oh, so you have a bonus action cantrip.
I don't.
Alright. Warbling, you are up.
You'll give the bird the bird.
I'm like, alright. I'm coming to help you, old man. Said that to Richie as I dash up right next to him. Alright, I'm gonna hit him with my quarterstaff.
Right, you get advantage. And bless.
Oh!
Okay, that is a crit. So that is the 13 plus 5 damage.
13 plus 5, hold that.
That is 18 damage. I almost took that off of Richie's HP.
And
You're
I'm
hitting the
gonna-
bird, not Richie,
I'm gonna
right?
roll for my second attack. Yeah, I'm hitting the bird, not Richie, sadly.
Alright. Go ahead and roll for your second attack.
So we take the higher one
Which
for
you also hit.
damage. Then I'm gonna use my bonus action to hit it through an unarmed strike.
Get advantage because it's stunned.
I'm trying to figure out if I still have my astral arms.
think-
Bless.
What? Bless cannot say that. Unless his
Yeah, it's-
AC is 13.
Might as well figure it out, baby. Oh yeah.
Natural
Roll
one.
it just because rolling dice is fun.
Is it?
13. Would you like to miss? Because. Alright. Well, a
That's
natural
my-
2 will miss him. Good to know.
That's my turn.
Wait, if you have any more movement, please move to the side.
No, I refuse.
So, are your astral arms still out?
I'm looking at them and no, they're well, I would assume they are out still because it's, what is it, when I'm looking at my astral arm, the
Is it
time
duration?
is 10 minutes. It's a 10-minute duration, but I don't know if it was 10 minutes for us to fight this new thing, you know what I mean?
No, I'd say it'd probably only be about 4 or something minutes. So, it'll
So my
probably.
astral
They'll go
arm-
away at the end of this combat for the 3rd combat, but you would still have them out for this.
Okay.
So, you must
I'm-
do crit again with your astral arm, the fucking transparent arm. If you want to describe how that looks.
So for the first attack that I fucking hit through, I use all 6 of my arms to fucking bash into his fucking face. And then after that, I whiff everything else and then I cry. I
Sometimes
fall
that is how
into a
it
ball and
is.
start crying.
Fall prone. Voluntarily. Alright, Casca, you're up.
Sorry, I was eating. Seeing that none of the monks moved in an opportunity position to give us advantage, I'll kind of shake my head and roll and run up as far as I can right here. And I will good old attack with the advantage and stun. 27. 8
Will hit.
plus the fire damage plus sneak attack. So was that 25 in total?
25 damage.
Um,
As you slice into him, you can hear his feathers sizzling. And that 2 fire damage.
I think, yeah, it's kind of like. And I'll bonus action, draw my pistol, and fire.
Alright. Shoot the bird. 22 will hit for just 15 damage. As you just like point blank shotgun blast this massive bird in the chest. Alright, is that your turn?
Yes.
Charlie Way, you are up.
Alright, baby, here it comes.
Move here, Charlie, you little freak.
Fine. Fuck.
20 will hit.
That was one-handed.
Real, real. We all know you're holding alcohol in your other hand. Alright, go ahead and make your 7 other attacks. That's the 28. 28 to hit. Will miss.
You are
Okay, I'll
just
hit.
like me, trying to change
It's down.
history.
21 will also hit for 10 points of damage. As they're just, this bird is surrounded by like, between you and Morbling, just has been punched like 27 times already in the past like 30 seconds. This is bird abuse.
Beat the bird.
And I'll end my turn.
Alright, which means he's no longer stunned.
No,
So I get to make my.
There's
It's
someone on
because
his
you
turn?
control
Oh,
the
yeah,
right.
yeah.
You get to play.
I get to do my first thing. Oh boy. Alright, who is he gonna attack? I'll just. He's a bird, so I'll roll a D4.
like
4 is roll
Steven
again. 1 is Charlie Way. 2 is Morbling, and 3 is Casca. Alright, it's going for Morbling. It's not like being punched in the face by 6 fists at the same time. So it is going to action multi-attack.
Molt?
What?
He's
What
gonna
is
molt.
Howlin'? So this first one, D20. Okay, and it crits. So that automatically hits. And crit just means I double the damage die, right, Kyle?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and the die, not the modifier.
Not the modifier, yes. 8. So this is doing 48, another 48. So that is the bite attack as he looks at you with his beak, which is, you can see like his beak is almost like, you can see the starting of like a crack in his beak from punching him 6 times on both sides. It absorbed a lot of the blow, and he's not happy about that. So he gives a little fucking screech, a little bird scream, and he bites down and bites right into one of your real arms, not the astral arm, ripping through your torso, and he does 50 points of piercing damage.
Holy fuck! I'm
Did you roll
fucking
twice because you tried to
hurting,
make 2
bro.
attacks, or because you had advantage?
Because of the crit.
No, I'm saying your d20 roll. You rolled a 2 and then a 20. Oh, wait, it's a d4. Never mind. I lied, I lied.
4 was to decide who it was attacking.
Yeah, never mind.
And the d20 was the attack roll.
My fucking lord, 50?
50, because 20.
20 plus 2. You actually rolled kind of hot on those dice.
My fucking
Yeah.
A 6,
lord.
5, 6, 8, 6, 5.
It's a
And
multi-attack,
fucking
so
scream out in agonizing pain and say, "You fucking bird!"
roll another d4 to see who it goes after. It is going to sing you scream in pain. It'll think that is dealt with for the time being and change targets to Charlie Way over here.
Holy
And it
shit.
is now using its talons. We'll make another attack roll. This is BM, but I'll just ask, does a 31 hit you, Charlie Way? And I'm going to assume the answer is yes. And it's the same damage, so it is 4d8. Wow, I rolled not good on that one. That is 17 points of piercing damage.
Richie,
But
you're being attacked.
no, I'm not.
You got hit as it's raking its talons through you for 19 points of piercing damage. And I'm reading this. There doesn't say. So it grapples you, and I think it just does it. It doesn't say that it makes a DC check. It says it's grappling its talons around you, slashing through your chest. It kind of digs in, and it hooks its talons onto your chest, and you're grappled.
Ow.
And well, is going to use its movement now to try and fly 60 feet into the air. So I'm assuming that means you two will
Opportunity
get
attacks.
Morbling and Koska will get opportunity attacks on it as it is carrying Charlie Way into the air.
So
You
I
have
don't,
to
I
roll.
don't get to do anything against that?
No, because you are. It says until this grappled ends, you are restrained. You can make a DC check to escape the grapple on the start of your turn. I believe. Cal can correct me if I'm wrong. Cause
No, you're. I said this was. If it just says, because some abilities are literally just like that. Like some bite abilities, or if you hit them with an
it just
attack,
says,
then they are
and
grappled.
the target is grappled.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, there is no save. You just have to cope.
Have a question.
Yes.
Can I replace my attack? I have a grapple hook on my belt. Can I get my grapple hook and try to grapple him instead of attacking? Can I change my attack with a grapple attack?
Like you're trying to grapple the bird and hold him down so he can't
Yeah, yeah.
fly.
Like I'll attack him with my grappling hook. Like I wrap it around his leg, and then try to hold him there. I'm asking, can I try to grapple him instead of attack him? Because
Grapple, yeah, to grapple
Can you
something
chain
smaller
grapple
than
like
you.
that since he's grappling Charlie Way?
I mean, it's a big enough creature and it makes logical sense. Yeah. But that's because what I'm asking here is how we rule grapple in at least my games is grapples are just in exchange for an attack. So if you have multi-attack, you attack once, attack twice, you can grapple once and try to grapple again. And so here we have opportunity to attack, so I can attack once. I was wondering if I could just grapple once instead.
So what would you roll to contest a normal grapple?
So first I would want to roll to hit, and then see if my
grappling your kids?
well actually just a straight off grapple check is a contested athletics check. That's what it is.
And athletics would just be the strength modifier.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's what you want to do as your opportunity attack is to try and grapple this
Also,
creature.
Richie, did you damage yourself?
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah,
just
that's
sent
why
you
you
to
said
somebody
70 HP, huh? Down.
Bro, I did it through D&D Beyond, bro.
Did you Matthew? Did you say it's token
This is-
HP too?
Yes, this is why.
That's why you should change it or test it, Richie.
Yeah, Richie, you stupid fuck.
Oh, there you go.
Alright, there you go.
Anyways, but yes, I would like to. I'll holster my pistol and then I'll grab my grappling hook and try to wrap it around the talons and try to grapple check it.
Alright, and Morbling, you can also just make a normal opportunity attack as well.
Give me your athletics check, Matthew.
Well, do you have to roll to see if it hits first, or is that not it?
Well, if it was range, yes, but this is kind of just a flavored grapple.
I rolled pretty bad, but I do have a lot of strength.
Yeah, you probably have, unless I roll shit here, I think you beat me.
Oh, nat 20.
Yes, well, you with that nat 20 will beat the check, so you will grapple the bird as
Okay.
it tries to take off with Charlie
Damn.
Way.
Yeah, you'll see as I sheath my pistol and I grab the grapple hook, a grappling hook that's tied to the end of a rope that's all like reeled up on my belt. But I don't really unreel it too far. I just grab the head of the hook and I go wrap it around and hook it onto the foot of the bird, keeping it in place so it doesn't fly above.
Let's
What
get
are
it
you
with
hooking
that.
it onto? You just holding with your pure strength?
Yeah, with my string.
What the
Right.
fuck?
It's just cracked. The nat 20 athletics check.
That
The
was
bird, even the
real
bird
quick.
is resident, looks over and gives a little glare and a little caw.
I have my hand like barely holding on, like, yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Well, that'll be the end of his turn then. Charlie Way is still grappled, but the bird is also grappled now. So, Nostradamus, you are up.
I think grapple
Right.
ends if you get grappled or restrained, no?
That's what I was asking, and it's not going to work that way. At least not for this.
Okay.
Okay, so the bird is still grounded, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, technically speaking, it's like 5. No, what would it be? It'd be 5 leveled, then 10. He'll still be he's 15 feet in the air, I guess. Technically, because that's when he would leave our opportunity of attack range.
Okay. I don't know if it's worth. How much healing should I give the Juror?
Actually, he's 10 feet up, not 15.
Because whatever I'm gonna heal, it's not much. Unless I dump a lot of resources. How does the paralyzed debuff work?
Paralyzed, it's basically stunned. But all the you get advantage on attacks. They can't take actions, I believe. And here, I'll look it up for you in detail. Actually, Matthew, you're the DM. You look up a detail.
I'm already looking it up. It really references another condition. It says a paralyzed creature is incapacitated. See the condition. Thank you. It automatically fails strength and dex saving throws. Attack rolls against it have advantage. And any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. That's kind of interesting. Incapacitated means it just can't take actions or reactions.
So could you read that one more time? Paralyzed.
It can't take actions or reactions. It automatically fails strength and dex saving throws. You get advantage on attack rolls against it. And it's an automatic crit if you're attacking it within 5 feet of it.
Okay, should I drop less for hold person on the bird?
Do it.
Only
so I
hold.
punch
Can you
the
cast
shit out
hold
of
person
it.
on the bird? Hold person's only towards humanoids.
Oh wait, it's humanoids. Wait,
You're
forgot.
killing me.
I forgot. My bad. Okay.
No, I got you, Matthew.
I was going to interject either way, but you're on it.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. Appreciate. I'm sure there'll be plenty of things I don't know.
I don't know what I should do. I could give Jur some HP, but I feel like if he gets attacked again, he's just gonna go down, so it'll be a waste.
And you save the Draven login screen for a bigger fight.
I could just do a pitiful damage round and just save the healing for when someone actually goes down, but I feel like the bird might try and finish them, so it's kind of a weird situation.
Keep your bless up.
I mean, we all have turns beforehand,
Yeah.
so I think you should keep your bless up since we're already attacking.
Bless up.
Okay,
If you can
I'll
do something to
bless.
like try to get what you call it, Charlie out of grapple.
I can, I think, get Charlie out of grapple. He is, like you said, he's up in the air still. I have freedom of
I mean, it
movement,
doesn't matter.
but that's a
Charlie.
touch spell.
Can you get to
Can
him?
Charlie still fucking punch a bitch? I thought we're
No,
grappled,
he's
the only
restrained, he's
way.
not grappled. So restrained is grappled plus.
Use this for grapple.
Restrained.
Okay, am I able to? If
Wait, hold on. Just confirm.
Right.
Matthew, he is restrained, not grappled, right?
when you-
He is grappled, but it specifically says, like, this type of grapple also restrains him.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
He is both.
No, you
Okay,
can still
so
attack.
the
You can do
the
your
wording
attack
on
with
this, the
advantage.
wording on this spell is for the duration of the target's movement is unaffected by difficult terrain, and spells and other magical effects can neither reduce the target's speed nor cause the target to be paralyzed or restrained.
It is not a spell or natural effect, it is a martial thing. He's physically being held right now.
Yeah. The target can also spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape from non-magical restraints such as manacles or a creature that has it grappled.
There you go. But you can't,
So-
you're not in range to touch him, are you?
Yeah, I'm not. So, like, how would this is he grappled over here
Yes, he
or
is right there.
Yeah, and he's 10 feet in the air.
Okay, so he's on his tile. He's not like near
Yeah.
its feet at
No,
the bottom
verb
of the
would,
tile.
like have rotated itself.
Okay, gotcha,
For mechanics
Um,
and game-wise, he still stays in his style.
gotcha. In that case, probably just use Cure Wounds on Jur, and maybe like I don't even know.
I'm
I
more
don't really
believe-
think I don't think I really have a good turn here. I could cast like Guiding Bolt.
That'd be nice.
Okay, I'll do that then.
This guy in both exactly.
Just damage and gives you advantage on the next attack roll.
Right. 26 will hit.
And on a hit, the next attack roll made against the target has advantage. So,
Alright. So that will be Mordling. Probably.
and I'm gonna move.
Let's go like right here.
Where?
You see my
Okay,
pulse.
I'll have enough movement to go here. All right, that's my turn.
Mordling, it is your turn.
So I'm gonna attack him with my quarterstaff.
You have advantage on the hit.
Fucking bird! I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Well,
Oh.
16.
Plus D4.
I'm gonna take the first one.
What did you like,
First
flash?
16.
Yeah, how does this work? Because you roll with advantage, but they're both the same number.
I would say choose the first one.
Oh!
20 will be blessed with that extra 12, as the 20 with the bless will hit.
Fucking smack
12
him.
points of
Fucking
damage.
right in his fucking rib cage, and I'm like, I'm not done yet. I activate stunning strike. Where's my fucking stunning
Right.
strike?
Each
roll?
of those stunning strikes are a key point, right?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Just make sure you're keeping
Let
track
me,
of
yeah,
those.
let me do it.
That's a
How many key
con
points do you have?
I have
Oh!
8.
Eight.
Oh, now I have
Eight.
4. Now I have 4 after that.
He definitely fails that with his
Alright, that's what I thought.
natural 1. Back to stunned he goes.
Alright, and then I smack him with my quarterstaff again because I have a second attack.
Alright, and you get advantage now because he's stunned. 28 will hit for another 14 points of damage.
I fucking take my quarterstaff and I
Does he
say,
let go?
here's another one for you, fat fuck, and fucking smack him again right
Don't
in
believe
his
he does. His claws
he's-
may be locked, unable to move, but they're still digging into you.
Get down, bro. So I hit him in the fucking smack dab in the head, and then I'm gonna use my bonus action to do an unarmed strike.
Alright, roll it. The 23 will hit for 5 more bludgeoning damage.
I
So
fucking
bonk
uppercut
the
him.
bird.
Bonk the bird. That's my turn. Again, my turn.
Alright, Casca, you're up. I think Casca's father has.
Casca's father is
Casca's father's in the crowd. Go, Casca! Woo! Yeah, baby!
Bonk that bird! Bonk that
A
bird!
little bit change of plans. I actually need to wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow, so I can't go as late
Ah.
as I thought.
So we'll just end around like 11 maybe? Actually 5 a.m.? Holy
Yeah, I
fuck,
need to wake
it's
up at
probably
5
ends
a.m.
soon then.
Oh, what the fuck? Why that's way early.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we can finish this then.
Anyways, it's my turn.
Yes.
Yes.
I would like to attack.
May attack. Have advantage because he's stunned.
We actually stunned him.
26. He did. I rolled a natural one. 26 will hit, so that's 12 plus 16 plus 7. 10, 20, 27, 35. It's 35 points of damage. As
Okay.
this bird is looking not well.
And then I shall. And my other hand's full. My other hand has him grappled. So can I do anything else with a bonus action?
Alright.
Oh, bonus action dodge. I think that's what cunning action does. Let me double check it.
Or I think it
Unke-
might be disengage, dash, and hide.
Yeah, I think dodge is a. Air actions, bonus actions, cunning action, dash, disengage, and hide. Okay. Can I hide underneath them?
You can hide from your teammates underneath him. I think he would. I mean, it's
No,
kinda-
I cannot.
he's
that
stunned,
was me.
so-
Oh, he's stunned. Yeah, I'm just gonna drop my grapple then. I'll
Oh,
let go. I'll
okay.
let go of the roll and just let go of the rope, and just grab my pistol and shoot him.
Alright, yeah. it's 26 will hit. Or
22.
he rolled the.
I roll pistol.
Oh right, okay. I was used to looking at 2 things for the monks that don't have anything to advantage, so I see. 22 will hit for 10 more piercing damage. He's no longer restrained, but he still cannot move at all because he is stunned.
Okay.
Alright. Charlie Way, you can make a DC 19, I'm assuming strength check, because that's what grapple goes off of the athletics, right? So DC 19 strength check to try and
Is it
get out.
contested or is it just a DC?
It just says escape DC 19.
Okay.
Holy shit, good luck, buddy.
Strength or athletic?
I believe it's
Athletics.
strength. Well, yeah, athletics, actually. That doesn't matter.
Who do you?
I mean, it technically doesn't say. It literally just says escape DC 19. It doesn't say what it is. You have bless.
I think blessed is only on attack rolls.
Or wait, does it say strength saving throw?
Oh, never mind. It is a saving throw.
Here, the wording, Kyle, just says, so whatever, you make an attack, and the target is grappled, parentheses, escape DC 19. Until the grapple ends, this target is restrained. So it doesn't say what the actual
Because
DC is, just escape
plus
DC
one
19.
on saves.
I would say
Or on
strength.
I'm pretty sure that's calculated in, is it not?
No, I would say athletics checks then, if it doesn't explicitly say saving throw. So, I would keep it as it is.
Alright. Well, can I roll bless?
It's
It's
not a
not
No,
saving
bless,
throw.
bless doesn't go against skills.
That's a lie. You're lying.
I can cast guidance on you next turn if you're still stuck.
Restrained. I don't know if you can do anything else with the restrained condition.
You can still attack.
Oh, never mind. Guidance is a concentration.
still
Fuck
attack.
You
that.
can, no, I just looked at it. You can still attack, it's just you roll with disadvantage. An attack roll against the creature. You can attack
But
roll.
it's not, so wouldn't it just be
zero.
normal? Oh wait, no, I'm restrained.
Attack rolls against
Well,
the
if you get a
creature have advantage.
disadvantage and an advantage, it's just normal attacks.
Yeah, your attack has disadvantage.
But then he also gets an advantage because the creature's stunned.
Yeah, so it's just a
normal
neutral roll.
It's
attack.
just normal.
They just cancel each other out.
Yeah. Did I was trying to get out free, or was that an action?
Trying to escape is an action, isn't it?
Yeah,
Okay,
it
so
was
I'll
an
have a
action.
bonus action then.
yeah.
Alright, well I'll just use second one then.
Alright. Heal 3 points of health. As you just try and wiggle out and get the bird's claw slightly less dug into your body. You're slowly working towards getting out.
I end my turn.
Right. And it was stunned by Morbling this time, right?
Yes, yes.
So it'll just pass, and it is Nostradamus' turn.
I spit on the bird as his turn gets passed.
You can't do that. That's acting out of initiative order.
Alright. It is gonna be Morbling's turn again.
Let me go pee.
Do I want to cast a spell to heal you?
We'll kill it, bro. I believe in us.
You think so? He has a
I
pretty
think we'll kill it.
sizable
I think
chunk of
we'll kill
HP.
it.
Alright, I'm just gonna cast another guiding bolt then.
But you have advantage because it's stunned, right? So that crit probably goes
Aced.
Wow, that is 10 and 26 of radiant damage as you blast the bird in the chest. Gives a little screech. Pew!
Told you, no heals. This
Do you have
smack.
a bonus action or?
Nah, no BA.
Is that it then?
Fucking
Right,
sick.
Warbling is up.
My turn, so I hit him with the quarterstaff and have advantage, right?
And
Yes. Advantage and bless. Right, with a 17.
Ooh, my
Now
blood
it
flows
is
are
a
crap.
21. 21 will hit for 13 bludgeoning damage, and you can describe how you bonk the bird to death, because that will.
Alright, so
Finish
what I
him
do
off.
is I just fucking shove my staff down his throat. That's it. Shove down
Throwing
the
bird.
throat.
Deep, you shove it down his throat, and he's just looking at you like, "The fuck are you even doing?" And then you just slam one end of the staff, so the part that's inside him just like it's like the teeter totter
upwards.
just slams up, and it like bonks the inside of his skull almost, and then he his eyes roll back, and he falls out of. He is actually in the air, so he falls down to the air with a huge thud with sending sand everywhere, and then as he sinks into the sand, he'll let go of Charlie Way's body.
Oh, we kill
He
it?
will not attract Charlie Way. Yes.
Oh, crit!
Yes, Nostradamus crit on his guiding bolt, and then Morbling bonked him to death.
And then I pick up some of the sand and I shove it in my mouth and I say, fuck you.
Interesting. Alright, so I'll say this also, so you're not in between battles you can use like you can't gain resources, but you can use resources. So if you wanted to cast any spell like
yeah.
healing spell, like a not
Can I cast a healing spell that has a 10-minute cast timer?
Oh, 10 minutes in between. Seems kind of long.
Jeez!
You know, I'd say you'd be given how long for this?
You said like
let's say an
4 minutes.
hour. You get 1 hour to finish this, so you can spend that 1 hour of that time however you want. So I'd say you got to like what? How many rounds do we do approximately? Like 3 or 4 for each fight?
Yeah.
Should be like, and then like with
It's like a
so it's
minute.
like what,
That means my astral arms are
couple
gone
minutes.
now then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we had like the 4 minutes ish roughly. So you're like, let's just say like 15, like 25% through your time, or it'd be more like 10.
Yeah, it'd be more like
Probably
10 minutes at most.
10 minutes for this bird. Also, so if you have to wake up at 5, what time are you going to stop, Kyle? Like if you want 8 hours of sleep,
Oh, if
that's
I go
like
8 hours sleep, that's like I go to sleep
9.
right now. But if I want
Alright.
7 hours, I have another hour. If I want to fuck myself over, I go 6 hours. And oh, I'll see
Well,
how it
it
goes.
is
If you want to, we
up
can.
to you. Yeah, we
Would you
will-
guys continue without me? I assume if we do this.
We can just wait. I don't mind. I feel like Kyle's character is doing most of the talking and the lore shit anyways, right?
It is up to you guys. I can still.
I mean, I have to wake up early tomorrow too, so I don't even hate like stopping
Yeah.
earlier.
We
But
can at least
it's
go
really
through.
up to Matt.
Matthew, if you want to, instead of doing 5 fights here, we can do 3, and then see if we can go on to the
Sure.
next stage, and then see how far we get right there.
I was
Nah,
gonna have the
bro.
girl
Instead of
probably
making
pop
this
in
a one
after the
shot,
third.
we'll just do more. Fuck it. We'll just do. This will be
No,
more
yeah, well,
sessions
this
of
will
this.
guarantee be more sessions. If we also have to fight 4 other people after this, and we also have we have another test after this, and we also have the actual tournament after
Yeah.
this, and we also have like in between
the
RP
other
stuff.
test, I don't know how long that's gonna take because it's a mental challenge that totally depends on how smart.
I wanna at least let's see if we can get to that. So let's just go one more fight, and then
Yeah.
I mean,
was
we
gonna
already
say-
have 19 points. That's like so many.
After
That's
the
what she
third fight, I was
said,
gonna have the
bro.
ladies inform you that you probably already had enough points.
guys,
to
please,
pass
please
it.
give them a very chance. Anyways, okay, but anything you guys want to do in prep time?
Okay. So I have a prayer of healing,
I need
which
healing.
I can upcast to a 3rd level, and it will do 3d8s plus 10 to everyone on our team. I don't know if that's enough healing.
I'm not really injured. If you want to, I think it might be more valuable just to cast Cure Wounds at a higher level. If
Cure
If
wounds
Kurun's was
at
more?
the same level
Will I
is
have
the
time
exact
to take
same.
a short
is
rest?
the exact same? Okay. Then, no, short rest is like
No,
an
just-
entire hour. Or something
I'll
like that.
I'll say actually, yeah, no, it actually checks out because I had written down here that the average team, like the team that would be like in the 32nd, just barely getting through here, would have gotten through 3, 4, 5, and 6, which is exactly 18 points, and you're at 19 points right now. So you would have already qualified barely scraping by in spot like 30, 29, 28 or something.
But is everyone else also just gonna be scored off of 3?
What do you mean scored off of 3?
Like, will they have 5 rounds worth of points, unlike us having 3 rounds worth of points?
Oh, the points aren't carried over into the next thing. It's just
Oh,
like
okay.
the top
It's
scoring
just to
points
make
are
the
just from.
preliminaries.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm basically telling you right now, the 62 teams, you're basically in like 30th place, and the top 32 move on. So
honestly, we can just stop here.
Yeah.
Just like,
If we get a wait,
guys.
if we get a long rest after this next fight, then there's no. Is that what you said? We get a long rest?
yes, it would be through like the spot.
Oh, might as well then. Might as well just cast 4th level
Might as well.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Um,
just to BM, let's do the first one. Let's see how that goes.
sure, I'm down.
I'm down to do it, but they did say that these levels weren't scaled differently, so who knows? Maybe level 1 is the hardest level of all.
I mean, if we can handle level 10, I'm sure we can handle level 1.
It's just like the lonely Poro.
I am
Alright.
I at least would want to see what is level 1. If it is like that, then that'd be a fun encounter.
Here you go,
If we
Jer.
die at level 1, Cascut, I'm gonna
I mean,
kill
we're
you
still
once
in.
we leave this arena.
I would like to see you try. You sure did spend a lot of resources in the last fights.
Got more
I
than enough.
will cast I'll do Prayer of Healing at 4th level.
Go ahead and roll that.
Yes, I will.
Oh, well, sorry. Matthew.
Yes.
Is he allowed to roll that?
Alright, Richie and
Yes.
Jer
you
both
can.
restore
Yes, sir.
26 health.
Oh,
Feel like new.
Might as well
I'm
slap
alright.
Morbin
Are
and
you
someone else.
fighting the level 1 encounter?
Yep.
Yep.
I feel
The
like
Demogorgon.
I feel like Matthew's
Alright,
gonna
and
pick
since
the
we get a
hardest
long rest,
encounter.
boys use everything.
Give you it's kind of a smirk, like, all right, level 1 it is.
We're gonna die.
I'm
Like
hoping
this.
that Matthew did something
Alright.
level 1.
It's good to go. And you hear the rumbling and the shuffling as out of the gate come
Oh!
these.
Oh, I
Are we
know. I know.
fucked?
I mean,
Is it Exodia? What is this?
do not let them touch each other. Whatever we do, we must separate them.
Alright, roll initiative.
I went different accent.
I gotta-
Whatever.
I don't. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. I also rolled a 3, so I'm probably going
Ah,
last
you actually beat
anyway.
me.
Oh, I got a 20.
I got 20 as well. What's your dexterity modifier, Drew?
5.
My
Five?
dexterity modifier is 7.
Your
That's just a 5.
your dexterity modifier?
I mean, I would assume so. Yeah. Wait,
It's
no,
not
that's
7.
a saving throw. It's 4. It's 4.
Okay, I go first then.
Oh yeah, come do you?
Put me at like 20.5.
Let's see. Are you going above Morbling?
Yeah, I have more dexterity than him.
Okay. Okay, what about you, Nostradamus? What's your dex modifier?
-1.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I got a 5.
and then the hands will go first, just barely. Alright, Charlie Way.
Oh, perfect.
You're up.
Bunch of different heads on the other.
Go monk.
You know what? I'll do the Draven thing for this one.
I am the storm that is marching.
I need a hand.
They're like the mist race. Everyone you kill
We're good to
to
go?
your song.
The
Yep,
the
and you're up
fingers
first,
fall off.
Charlie Way.
Oh, okay. Alright, I'm moving up 50 feet. That one's getting bonked.
They all just grab you and fucking
They- I'm-
drag you
I'm-
away.
Alright. Throw hits, it immediately dies.
This one right here is getting bonked.
You crit, it splatters into oblivion.
And then I flurry of blows. And I hit that one.
Leave some for the rest of us.
Bonk.
Oh, it is a 14. Yep, no, a 14 hits instead.
Oh, get him!
And then
Get him, Charlie! Beat him up!
There's an over-enthusiastic crowd member.
Yeah, all the crowds are like along with the meme too, like, yeah!
15 hits.
Ooh, and then I guess I'll move right here and I have my turn.
Okay. Seeing that display of action, I'll run up right here. I'll sheath my flaming rapier, and so the flames die out, and I'll grab from the back, not back, from the other side of my belt, a silver dagger, and I'll try to throw it at one of the hands.
Alright, go for it. Yeah, that misses. Which one did you kill? Left or right?
Actually, yeah, the one to the left.
Okay. You almost hit Charlie. It like almost went over the hand and hit him in the fucking leg. But...
And then with my right hand, I'll draw my pistol and fire.
Just going to use its legendary action.
Your free
And
form.
They had an armor class of 12 and 2 hit points each.
Oh, you actually made it.
Yep. Alright, well, that's an extra point. You're at 20 points now. Let's go.
Oh, we should have done level 2. Then we could have gone 21. Give us another one. Give us.
Can we fight the hands again?
I'll say I think 7 and 8 are the interesting fights.
Is it possible
You
for
want
us
to
to
do
get
one more?
87?
Is that 87?
What is it?
I mean-
what is the crowd's reaction after seeing us do 8, 10, and 9, and seeing us go against 1?
There are the couple people that were on board with the meme and like over enthusiastically cheering like, "Whoa, let's go!" And there are other people that were just like, there's multiple of these going on right now with these like small like pits with like all the other teams. So there are other people that are kind of moved on to like realizing the meat of the action that was like after your first thing going to 10, like that's what the spectators would look for. Like I'm assuming there's a board, like of an announcement board displaying
Yeah, like
what team
scores
is
are all
fighting what.
fluctuating and stuff.
And so yeah, and so here, or it's also displaying ongoing matches for the spectators. And so seeing that, you'd probably only be one of like a handful of people that would start up right up there at 10. So you'd actually would have had a decent portion of the audience sanctioned to you afterwards. And after watching you beat the shit out of 10, you would have gained in bigger audience, especially going for fighting the level 9. Then now after that, you can see there's like the divide clearly of the people that are into it, and some people are moving on to watch some more serious matches elsewhere as well.
Yeah, I want to know who the fuck's gonna start with 1. Who chose 1 as their first one?
Hey, you know what? There's at least one person in here that had 0 points.
Damn, they're great.
And it was Flicker.
No.
My gun broke.
Ralph's gun just explodes in his hand and fucking shrapnel flies into his face.
Anyways, what happens, Matthew?
Well, I mean, yeah, you're at 20 points. You have 2 more guys if you want to use them, but you're also want to go. I'll say 7 is the most interesting fight if you want to fight level 7.
Oh, it's just if you want to play the game.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's basically
Sure,
the real life
if
scenario
you-
of you have to go and you've already passed this encounter, basically. You can continue it on for fun, but...
If you guys want to, Matthew, if you want to run 7, if you guys want to do 7, I'm down to do 7, just know that takes away time of us progressing further on. I'm probably going to leave in like
I mean,
50
the
minutes.
only time that would happen after this would be like just the role-playing what happens after the fact, because we're not starting the next encounter. Like,
We're not starting the mental test?
I think it would... How
We
much
don't
time do you have
enough
left? I don't
time.
know.
You have 15 minutes.
Yeah, we're not getting that done. in 15
Wait, what?
minutes.
No. I have
20 minutes for
50?
what?
Did you say 50 or 15?
50. I have
Oh,
15 minutes,
15.
and if I, well, yeah, 15 minutes for 7 hours.
Okay, I think we could get it done in 15 minutes then, if you guys want to do the mental part now as
Let's get
well.
to that
It's up to you
one.
guys. You want to
Sure.
try to do 7, which
So
is
that
just
would-
That would leave less for the next time we do it as well. We could just get straight into the actual tournament part of it.
And I don't know if you ever just want to run the counter again. You just come back here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I'll just say what they were. Or will I?
4 nights.
Yeah, the one 4 nights. I was gonna run. I was curious. It was an invisible stalker. So just
Ah.
like the gates open and there's nothing.
Really cool.
Yeah. So if you didn't know, Kyle probably knew the 10th one was a death knight and the number 9 was a rock. Which personally I love rocks. They're like a metal
It's just
huge
Malphite.
It just
mythology.
reminds me of
It's
fucking
RC.
Raft.
Yeah, the Death Knight had an ability that I was unsure if I was even gonna use because it literally just like average 60 AoE damage to everything around it.
Yeah, if you
What
let
is this,
if you
bro?
let the Death Knight actually play, it would have been hard. But actually,
Yeah.
it's kind of correct having 2 monks.
Yeah, having 2
Strike,
monks is literally the
strike.
most broken shit in the whole world. Why don't we just all play monks, bro?
That's what I'm saying.
Alright. Well,
We could have been the monkeys, bro. Our team name.
The monkeys.
so we'll say that after the cheesy level 1 encounter, you say you're good, and she'll open up the door and let you guys back out, and we'll continue on.
Should we go to the hot springs?
Yeah, I'll move you. I don't actually have a full page for that. Also, okay, so that's good. Their tokens do update in between scenes. That's nice to know. I was gonna wonder if that happened.
What, HP and stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's all tied to your.
I didn't know if I would have to literally keep copying and pasting
Also,
everything.
get the turn order right here.
That is not correct. If I just close it, does it close
Yeah,
for everyone?
yeah. You close
Alright.
it for everyone.
Power being a DM. Alright, I'm not gonna. Oh shit! Just clicked on something. Alright, so you'll have. Shit. Shit. Don't know what I want to do for this. So you would. I don't have an actual screen, like an arena map for the hot spring or like your room, but this would be the time where you'd either go to like your own private room or like the hot springs to basically rest and recover.
Just put them on a home put us on the home map.
Yeah,
To the arena.
it's the home map. So this would be you can all take a full long rest then. You're going to the hot springs. Sheesh.
Sheesh. So do I get full HP back here?
And mouse setups. Yes, that is what a long rest does. You just click the
Hey,
long
you
rest
get all
button.
your key points.
While they all go into take a long rest, I would go to the door and like let them in. I would say, I have to handle something real quick. Are you 3 here fine by yourselves?
Yeah.
I'm good.
I would like to leave.
Alright.
I would
where
like to scout out all the other people that are there, if there's anything of note, who are still fighting, because we got done pretty fast, since we went straight to 10. Is there anyone else out there that's showing any, like, examples of anything interesting that would be to me, or just something I should look out for?
Would there be
let's have a
catering
really quick.
for the people that passed?
I'm trying to set up the tokens again on this scene, and the tokens are somehow taking 15 by 15 squares now instead of 5 by 5.
It's because in one map you had them zoomed in, another map you didn't. Also, when we load into the arena map, for some reason the grid was defaulted to 15 by 15. You can just shrink them down to size. If not, then just go on the settings of the map and then go to the grid and make sure it's set to 15. Sorry, set to 5.
The map. Grid. It says 5.
Okay. Yeah, then it should just be
Oh wait,
5.
here, I think I... Let me try doing it like this. Sorry.
It's all good.
I copy it here.
For the people that made it to the preliminaries, would we get catered towards?
What do you mean by catered towards?
Can you get a
they're
free
like-
drink?
Yeah, and food.
I don't know about free drinks and food, but
Bro, come on.
hey, maybe if you win the whole thing. But there are 32 whole teams that we got through the preliminary rounds. They're not about to be. They'd be out of business pretty quick.
Some fucking event for fucking 25 years in the making.
Hey, does fucking Evo give free drinks and food for people that get out of pools? I don't think so.
Anyways, as I'm looking around, like, down to the arenas of similar sand pits and stuff, is there anyone that stands out to me?
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
17.
17. So yeah, there you would see the board, and I'm assuming you go towards some of the people that are having the higher levels, because there would still be some people fighting the 10s and 9s. There'd be a lot of peoples in like the 4 to 6 ranges, and then a couple people on the 2 to 3, and even one group still on the 1. So you
Wait, I want to peek on the 1 real quick.
Alright, you go over to the 1 and you look down, and it's not anyone you recognize from the tavern, but there you can tell it's a team that actually didn't fill up completely, so there's only 2 of them, and they're both pretty like small and like weak looking, and you can see they're actually like
Struggling.
taking significant effort to kill one of the claws. Like, it looks like they're probably going to end up winning, but winning and qualifying are two different things.
I'll cheer them on for a little bit as I pass out, give them words of encouragement.
You are like, there are 4 people watching. You are one of the 4, and the like 2 of the other are probably their like parents or something. So they like didn't even expect the people watching them. So they look up and they see you and they're like, oh my god, and they actually gain the newfound effort, knowing that to the fear, panic that someone's watching them. They do in fact overcome the level 1 challenge.
Yeah.
Are these like 10-year-olds or are they actually
16.
trying?
They look like teenagers, like adolescents. A couple of scrawny teenagers. They don't seem to have any magical or otherwise enhanced
like level 2 fighters.
abilities. They're just like using wooden swords, basically.
Okay. Anyways, like Flicker and let me get my notes out, and Ralph.
Are you looking for
Del
specifically
Raw.
the people you saw?
Just as if anything stands out, like for
an
combat
actual
purposes, like
notable fight.
yeah, like can I discern their techniques? Like, are they AOE? Like, should I be clumped up against them? Are they doing like line of attacks? Are they doing a lot of like just running up and getting people's faces, stuff like that? Whichever one I can catch while they're fighting, so you don't give me every single one of them. But
Yeah.
and also for like if there's one that really stands out to me.
I'll say roll 2d4s. I'll just see, and I'll use that to decide who you come across. So you find like 2 of them. 4 and 1. All right.
Oh, hey, 4.
So you'll come across both Delron and fuck, what was this guy's name? I don't think I actually gave you the Minotaur's name.
I don't think you did
come
either.
across the Minotaur. Yeah, you didn't really have a big conversation with him. If you want it, I'll just give it to you.
Yeah, we would have exchanged names.
Thaxamal Ironhoof.
Type that for me, please.
I will just copy and paste it into notes. Alright,
What a name.
so let me go. I'll start with Delron. Alright, Delron's team. You went to 17, that's pretty good. So I'll say you're able to discern that on his team, he is a Dragonborn wielding a melee weapon. You see, actually, you recognize this person on his team. It's the Jarvan look-alike that was in the VIP section. So you recognize that guy. He also looks to just be primarily using melee based attacks. So they appear to be the 2 standing in the front with the melee. There appears to be a blonde-haired female of some kind on their team with magical, she's a caster of some sort, where she's casting from quite a long range, and they also have a very small, it's almost really hard to look out, what you think is a kobold of some sort, and he's both has some magical capability, and he's also using a bow and arrow. And their team is doing quite well. They have, I guess the total points board would be somewhere around the 35-ish amount of points.
Was that 10? Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. And so they have a pretty well-balanced team then.
It would appear so. And if you go to, you also manage to catch Thaxamus or Thaxamal Ironhoof and his team. If you recall, they were on the Iron Poets, and they live up to their name. You see, all 4 of them basically are very big and physically imposing, and they're all very intimidating looking. As far as their fighting styles, all 4 of them are kind of clumped up together and in melee range of their opponent, and just kind of beating the shit out of them, to put it quite frankly.
Is it like
looks to
like
be-
one person, or is it like they all have their own target?
They would be fighting some of the higher level things, so it would be you're catching them in a 4v1 currently,
see.
and they're kind of doing what you were doing, where they're basically north, south, east, and west of them.
And that's
it looks like-
Delra's group.
No, that is the Minotaur Thaxamal. His group is the Iron Poets, and they are living up to their name. It looks like only one of them has any kind of magical capabilities, or like serious magical
Yeah.
capabilities. They all have a little bit of something, because these are high-level guild members. But there's seems to be one like dedicated person with magical abilities, and the other are primarily relying on their physical strength.
And that was Dax. Is all I can catch.
That is all for the people that you recognize in the tavern. You pass by other teams. They're kind of a hefty mix, of melee and caster people, but none of them seem to be really up to the same level of capacity as the two people you met, Delron and Thaxamal. So I'd say probably the most points any team has gotten would be around that 35 range. So actually that puts Delron's team quite up there, and he'd probably be in the top 5. And looking at the scoreboard, the Iron Poets would be not that far behind them, also within the 30-point range as well.
Seeing this, and then looking down the scoreboard, seeing the what are we called, the Fallen Ravens?
The Forsaken Ravens.
Seeing the Forsaken Ravens at 20 points, just there, like kind of in the middle, or like I would say above the middle, like 60%.
No, you're actually, I'd say you're at like 28 out of 32. I mean, I guess that is the middle technically, because there are 62 teams, but you are very close to the bottom in terms of the qualifying teams.
She'll see that, and she'll kind of be contempt. She knew if her group went any further, she could totally probably blow all these guys out of the water. But it's good to hold back a little bit, not to show all your true skills, just for the placement test. And she'll take this information, walk back to her room, enter in, and just say, "I have some information that might be useful for our next encounter."
All right, let's hear it.
So I can't fire an actual bullet. I'll use my dry shot or dry fire and wake you guys up.
I'm not asleep. I'm just not there. I ran off to the fucking bar. I'm getting drinks.
Would I encounter you on your way back to the room?
I'm not coming back to the room. I'm staying over there.
Well, then I'll enter your room and you're not in there, so I'll say, okay, where's Morbling?
He went out for drinks.
Well, I would love to chat about.
I wake up and I run to the bar.
Okay, we can do it at the bar then, if you're fine with that, boss.
Sure.
Okay. As we all merge to the bar, we'll take this C60 Morbling.
Please, just a sip. I turn and look at fucking Charlie. I'm sorry, Morbling, but this is for me. I can't afford to be sharing my own ale now.
Please. I can't perform at my peak without my fill.
Well, what is the need for performing here? We're just drinking.
Can you truly not actually fight without drink?
Well, wouldn't be called drunken boxing without it.
You come with a hefty price for your service. I can spot you 1 silver this one time, more, but please, use it resourcefully. I will not give you any more after this.
What a feed.
You know what? Actually, as soon as I put the silver in there, I try to give it to you, but then I kind of slide it back. I give it to the bartender instead and tell her to give me some drink. I assume she'll give me like a pint or something like that.
Yeah, she'll gladly take that from you and slide you over the pint.
I'll take the pint,
much conversation.
and I'll put it into like one of my spare water sacks. And I'll say, I'll save this for once we are in battle, and then you'll have it.
No.
I put it in my satchel.
I wouldn't even be able to sleep.
Really, you seemed like you were sleeping just fine earlier when you didn't have a drink. Either
Yeah,
way.
but now I'm awakened.
Either way, I went ahead and took the liberty of scouting out our opponents, and I got some information if you guys want to talk strategy.
A strategist. Do share your plans so that we can win our next battles.
So the next battle of mental, I'm pretty sure collectively we'll be able to pass it, but once we actually start facing opponents, that's when it's going to be more of an issue. Delron, I believe, was the Dragonborn fellow, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
He
finest.
He has a group of 3 others. There is a blondish spellcaster. She seems to be
A blonde spellcaster, you say?
She seems to be more in the back line, being able to assist and focus to make sure the front line do their job, similar to how my boss here was doing. If we were able to take her down first, I believe that would be very beneficial, but then again, she'll be protected. There's also a cobalt-looking fellow who's had similar, I believe, skills as I did. He seemed roguish in type, with a lot of range, and so to get him might be a little bit slippery, so I believe we can leave him to the last, but if he hits you once, he'll hit you pretty hard. Next to that was a spear wielder man. He looked pretty fancy and pretty hefty armor. My only concern with him is that if you try to approach him, that spear's range might be detrimental. So I think, Morbling, you seem pretty adequate in a 1v1 duel, and I believe if you have your range with your arms, you'll be quite suited in order to take him on if we ever meet in battle.
Of course. I can take anyone on if we meet in battle. And then I flex my arms.
So I believe the spear fellow will be left to you, and I do have some range with me, along with the agile nature of you, Charlie. And I believe that spellcaster shouldn't be much of a problem. But then again, there's also Delron, who seems to just be the frontline DPS, kind of a tank, which would be pretty hefty to deal with. Like any other team, always go for one target first. Just make sure he doesn't cut your leg off.
The poor man.
Next was the Thox group, the one with I believe they were the Iron Poets, right?
Correct.
Yeah, the Iron Poets group. They seem to be very, very martial based. There was one with a little bit arcane talents, but it wasn't anything too special. I believe they will probably group up on one of us, more than likely our front or back line, but they can probably play front to back if they so choose. But they'll probably be grouped up, so preparing any AoE attacks would be nice, and getting one of them should be a priority. Do not split up your damage. Along with that, what you call it? No. Nostradamus, I apologize, I can't pronounce the name correctly. If you have any type of wisdom-based, intelligent-based spells that you can cast, such as Hold Person or anything like that, that might be beneficial to prep if we face them in battle.
Yeah.
Along with that, if we have a smoke cloud or anything like that too, but I know that your arcane power is limited to support. But even then, I believe our comp should be fine as long as we do what we need to do in order.
So
Who should I be restraining? Just a frontliner?
If we go against Dell's group, I believe Dell would be the best one to restrain first, as we can focus on the spellcaster, and then we can leave the spear wielder to Morbling. Because honestly, when we're in any of these fights, Morbling can just take one of them and just go ahead and knock him down, as he says himself. Either way, that's if we face those two in combat. There is a chance that we don't. We should just be prepared and look out for our competition and see what else we can do. And always be cautious of any ace up their sleeves, and so do you have.
Alright. I do have a bit of AoE damage, so if they do decide to group up, we should take them.
Trying to punch everyone and everything. Doesn't matter who it is, it just needs to be something that needs to get punched.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that need to get punched here. But besides that, that's the only information that I could gather for that, at least. But I would like to ask you two, mainly, Charlie and Morbling, what's your purpose here? I'm here for a job. Like I said, Nostradamus hired me. I am here to compete for his sake. But what about you two? It seemed as if you mentioned something earlier in battle that got me a little concerned, but I would like to see more detail about that.
I'm here because I'm looking for someone to fight. That's it. No other reason.
For the glory of the battle.
Yes, pretty much.
I can
Charlie?
I usually come here around this time because people get pretty generous. It's something more of they've fucking put more good in the world and good things happen to them. It's more of a good luck thing. It's not usually like a lot of few free drinks in a meal.
I see. So you actually been here before. Excuse my rudeness, but how old are you?
Well, considering I'm a elf, I would say about 250 years old.
My god!
I I couldn't. I apologize. I couldn't see the ears behind the lovely gray hair.
Oh yeah,
Very well. Then you must be.
it's funny because fucking elves are like that's like young for an elf,
Yeah.
and I already have gray hair.
Don't elves also like not sleep?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
don't have to sleep. They need like 4 hours
yeah they need 4 hours of
But
meditation
literally,
basically.
Richie's character is
meditation.
always
Rich's
sleeping.
meditation is just passing out.
But it is a choice. They also can't be
Yeah.
put to sleep by magical effects if they don't want to. And boss, I already know kind of a tidbit, but would you like to explain to these two?
Well, you see, I have a medical establishment in this town, and over the years, my controversial practices have driven away business, and I need to come here to show the people of this town that what I do is still beneficial, and I must regain my my what's the word?
License,
Not so much license,
Your
more so just
reputation.
yeah,
reputation.
reputation. There you go.
I looked to Nostradamus and I said, "So you're telling me that people are going to believe that you're a medical expert when you beat the living shit out of your enemy contestants?
To be fair,
Are
he
you
has
going
not.
to heal them there too?"
To be fair, he hasn't really been beaten. He's been more supporting us. Like you saw what he did in between that last fight. So he healed you up quite a bit.
True, he was quite the support, but when he did punch, his punches were quite hard.
I think.
Well, I hope that
Well, gotta pay
I
the
hope
bill
that I can put
somehow.
on a good show. If the more people whose eyes are on us, the more my reputation increases. And if I have to throw a couple guiding bolts, then so be it.
The Doctor with Hands. I like the name of that.
You haven't seen much yet. I can do a lot more healing than you think.
The
I look
best form of preventative medicine is death. No one can hurt you if you just kill them first.
They can't
That's
cause any
true.
more harm if they're not alive. You're right.
It'll be about this time over the loudspeaker in here, and that is going to wrap up the first preliminary stage. The points have been tallied and finalized, and a big congratulations to our top 32 who will be moving on to the mental test shortly. Make sure to rest those muscles, but most importantly, ready that brain muscle because this one is going to be a thinker. And then if you look at the board of the top 32 qualifying, you'll notice that you guys came in 30th out of 32.
Wait, really?
Yep.
Just
So
barely. But
and
this is what
so
we get.
so I know we scored low, but I mean that's kind of a good thing. We stopped early, but we didn't show much of our skills to the opponents. Besides our obvious martial skills, but all of our spells and some of my gadgets are still hidden. And so honestly, though we scored low, we might go against easier opponents and we might still have the element of surprise.
Yeah, that's true. I see no downside of coming in low as long as we make it through.
And we also did put on a good show with the number 10. And people will know us as the people people will know us as the group that only did 3 fights but still qualified. Continue.
Continue.
DM, are you there?
Yes, are you? I mean, we can move on to the mental challenge now if there's nothing left. I
think
guess
everyone's ready.
I can say, yeah.
Mhm.
I'll say if you want to look at the board in full, also you'll notice the Iron Poets came in third, and the North Stotman's Finest, which was Stelron's group, came in 6th. And those are the, I don't believe you got the names of any of the
Stelron?
other.
There's Delron.
Delron is
Delron.
the
Oh,
Dragonborn.
Delron. Okay.
Yeah. And his group is the North Stotman's Finest. And they
Who's
came
in first?
6th.
Why
Came in
is there just a
first.
random eggplant on one of the
The
tables?
first place group for this one would be named Under the Veil.
Under the Veil.
Not edgy at all. Not ominous at all. Alright. And so with the scores locked in and finalized, I think it is time for our top 32 to head on to the mental challenge.
Probably V-A-L.
It was V-E-I-L.
Oh,
Also,
V-E-I-L.
look how you spelled kobold, Cal. I know you can do better.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to count notes. I could have literally did them better, but
Alright. So I'll just set up the mental challenge now. Let me make sure I have everything for this folder.
or had my dyslexia kicked in. I said cold dolt.
Dolt.
Kobold.
Looks like you're trying to spell cobalt.
Yeah, I know. I don't care.
Kobold. Kobold.
First, I'll just move you into the room. You can already start looking around while I fully set it up anyways. Right.
Hold on. Let me go pee.
I'm gonna run get a bottle of water then.
Alright, I'll wait for everyone to be back, but
Gonna wait for me to throw it back? What the fuck?
All right, I'm back. Sheesh, this place is a fucking dump.
alright, I think is Kyle still getting water or something, I believe.
No, he's not. Shut up.
Yeah, Kyle's a bitch. Let's play without him.
Yeah. Doesn't even do anything anyway.
Rude.
Yeah, what a useless teammate.
He's recording, guys.
Oh, I forgot about that.
He's gonna come back, watch his recording, and be like, oh, how dare they?
I think Kyle watches his own recordings.
Yes.
That'd make
Bro,
one person.
I could literally leak like fucking CIA fucking like secret
and
and
they
fucking
wouldn't matter.
nuclear launch codes and it won't even matter, bro.
That's
The best place
rude.
behind nuclear launch codes in Kyle's streams. The one place they'd never look.
Yeah, this is how we shuttle information to fucking ISIS. In the middle of these videos, we have like little moments and then we just drop the links to ISIS. And when the US tries to decipher it, they get bored before they make it halfway through the video, so they
Yeah.
never find it.
So yeah, I plan on casting, and then I just start stating like Fortnite.
I plan on
plan on
casting
casting-
nuclear bomb on the US White House.
approximate ETA of 24. D-Day 6/1/22. And then the comments is just me fucking talking like espionage with like some fucking
Some
like
fucking
rebellion,
ISIS
yeah, rebellion intelligence.
Oh, what the fuck?
I
Where's the
could
skeletons?
literally just say anything about Kyle and you won't even
I'm back and I was recording the entire time. Just to
like.
remind you guys.
I could
Kyle,
tell.
That's what you're
I
talking
wouldn't. Don't go back and look at the audio. Okay, it's not. It's for your own safety.
Yeah.
Alright, is everyone here?
Alright.
You might
Yes.
get fucking doxxed and
Right here.
fucking. You might commit
Yeah, I
suicide
think
with
so.
2 shots in the back of your head if you do.
Yeah.
Alright, hold on. Okay. So, you'll be led into this room, and there'll be given one scroll, which I will copy and paste for you. It's just a little, it's just a little piece of paper with basically the start on it. Post this in general. And she'll hand you that and say, alright, good luck.
Escape
And
room.
time
Escape room.
starts now. And she'll close the door. You'll be left alone with the room, and I pasted what the note she gave you has on in general chat. And it's up to hit start. I will say I am timing you.
I want to roll a perception check to see if I find a lock.
You don't.
Okay, you can roll a perception check. Is there any specific part of the room you're looking for?
Did I find a lock?
There's a lock on the door that you came in.
Okay, I want to. Okay, guys, you guys have fun here. I'll try this combination until I get it right.
You'll also
I
be
turn and I
just a
look at.
reminder with the rolls that this is a mental challenge, and so
Yeah, I was kind of
they'll
joking.
ask you if you have a barbarian, don't just axe down the door. If you're a wizard, don't fireball down the door. This is a test to use only your brains and what is available to you in this room.
Yeah, I know I'm a rogue, and so I won't lock the door, but can I just like guess the combination at least once?
You can, but it is a key lock, so there's no combination, but you can
Oh,
still
screw you,
try.
Matthew. Okay, I want
What's
to.
an insight check?
It's
What's
a, it's
your
a, it's a
insight
skill.
check?
You can just look on the. You need to be on character sheet and skill there.
Insight.
Um.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, anyway. I assume she gave this piece of paper to like someone.
Yes, if one of you wants to read it out, but it's also in the general chat for everyone to have.
Locked in this room, you must find a way out. But stay calm, no need to scream or pout. The arena is waiting, there are 16 spots, so don't get stuck or compete, you will not. Use what's around you and use your brain, because solving this room fast will result in bigger gain. Even the mightiest warrior need both brain and brawn, so prove that you have what it takes or you'll be gone. The answer is here, and if you don't find it, it will be a shame, because even a winner's run can go down in flames. My god, the person who wrote this is quite the poet!
Hey, that little joke I did didn't count against her time, did it?
Well, I've been timing since the lady closed
We're
the door.
fucking doomed! Let's
Bro,
get
that
to
was
it,
an out of character
team!
joke though, but okay.
Well,
Um,
Right.
characters are joking around in the escape room.
I like
Alright.
to I like to inspect this vent that's right here.
I'll just kind of go with the flow, but basically I'll just go around from each one person and you do something.
Sure.
So you can go ahead and roll.
Dominated.
I mean, I'll say you don't even need to roll for this. So if you're inspecting these boxes, they're pretty sturdy and doesn't appear to be anything inside them, but you do see that there's a little space behind the boxes, and you'll notice that there is a grate behind these boxes. And if you look over the boxes and through the grate, there appears to be something in there, but you don't really know what. You can make an athletics check if you want to move the boxes out of the way to uncover more of this grate.
Let's see, do I have anything on me that can help me? Uh, is it because it's dark, or is it just because it's like?
It's obscured, like the boxes are covering the majority of
I
this
see.
grate.
I'll turn over to Charlie and to Morblin and say, big boys, can you move the boxes out of the way of the crate, please?
No.
I flex my muscles and I said, I got this! So would I roll a check or do I have to not? Do I don't have to? What am I
Hey,
rolling?
what's that? What's
I mean,
that?
you're big enough. Maybe you can move the boxes without any check. So you move the
Alright.
boxes, and now it's very clear to see that this whole grate in the ground, there's some kind of other box unlocked underneath this grate, and there is another smaller key lock locking this grate from opening.
The
So
grate?
is this locked with like locked into a small box that we can take out, or is it locked onto like a grate that's locking the box inside the grate?
The grate itself is locked, so you can't open it, and there's just a box in the little hole that the grate is covering.
Is the box locked or is it not?
You can't really tell.
Is it because it's too dark or?
Is
It's
it
just
is it face down in the dirt so we can't see the front?
yeah, it's the box is pretty obscure.
Okay, I'll be back and I'll go to
Okay,
Hey
wait
boss,
one sec.
what did you see from this fire?
Yeah. Is
Awfully
there
close.
anything? Is there anything abnormal with this
So-
fire?
Sort of going over. Yes, so you notice as you approach it, especially like passing that stone barrier, you feel the warmth like almost more intensely than if it would be a normal fire. In fact, you probably wouldn't even be able to get like that close to it without causing serious pain. And if you want to roll me an Arcana check, because it definitely you're feeling more than just the heat of the fire. So that is a natural one.
That's not a natural one. It's a 2.
Oh, well,
is a
natural
2.
2 for a total of 1. My
Can I
bad.
assist him?
Well, you can also assist as well.
I'll give you
Or
advantage.
you can roll your own
Yay!
for that, yeah. So you'll be able to discern that this fire is in fact magical in some way, and then with Casca's assistance, you can basically feel that this magical fire is more so amplifying the effects of the fire and making it not only just stronger and burning bigger and brighter and more intensely and therefore giving off more heat. There's also it's just magical in nature to the point that stepping within it and actually catching on fire and burning from this would be like much more devastating than actually like just being lit on fire with normal fire.
Do we know if it's being amplified by a different source or if it's amplified by its own being?
You have a good sense that it's by its own being and that this is just magical fire.
Okay.
Like it's that has been lit and is burning here in the middle of this
Okay.
room. This giant magical bonfire.
Yeah,
So
Jerry, what's
Matt,
going on?
I've got telekinesis. Is there any way I can use that to lift the box up to the grate so I can get a better look at it?
You have mage hand.
Yeah, mage hand.
Can't do
Telekinetic.
that. Remember, they were. This would probably be. They would not appreciate you doing that, as they want you to sort of only use your brain. I guess
No, so
telekinesis
no
is your brain.
abilities.
That's kind of a funny little loophole. I mean, if you want to spend your turn also just thoroughly investigating the box, I'll just give that to you. You can roll an investigation check for that.
Alright, I'm gonna roll an investigation check for that.
Kyle, you used your turn investigating the crate in the
I
box.
didn't know we're doing turn
Oh!
orders.
Well, it's like loose turn orders. That way, someone doesn't just investigate 15 things and take over the whole thing.
Yeah, in that case, hey Charlie, you want to help out?
No. No.
We each have turns and it'll be useful information.
No.
Uh,
All right. Well,
I
first
can't
Morbling.
really think straight if I'm not
I
drunk.
got a 2. It's a 2.
See-
I just rolled the other one on accident. It's a 2.
Yeah.
Hey
you can't
Marbling,
really
you
make
should
up a lot else.
Charlie, you should assist Marbling in that investigation check.
Alright.
Roll, Charlie, roll.
7.
Oh my god.
Bro,
I
need a
turn and I
mark.
look at Charlie and I'm like, why do they have the 2 fucking idiots looking at this?
As we're
Well, there
inspecting
are
the magical
definitely
fire.
some boxes here.
Honestly, it's not like there's not a whole lot to look at. It's just a little hole in the ground with a box. You'll be able to tell that the box isn't locked. It is closed, but it just has a little latch that's like it's latched shut, but the latch isn't locked in any way. You can't really
Yo.
make out what the box is or what might be in it or anything else, but you know it's not locked. It's just closed.
There's gonna be a glyph of fireball in that box when we open it.
Can I just jump into the flames?
It's a mimic, kill it!
Anyways,
I mean, nothing's stopping you, but I would advise
Nothing
not burning
stopping me
alive.
from
so
jumping
boss,
into the flames.
besides the fire, what about these skeletons over here?
Yeah, sure. Let's look at everything.
Hey boss,
Do
what's
both.
your intelligence/investigation modifier?
Hey,
It's
Bose.
pretty horrible. That's all
Damn.
-1.
You know, I didn't know
I
we were
have
gonna be
a-
actually using intelligence here. You lied to me, Kyle.
No, Matthew lied to me.
Matthew lied to me.
Anyways, I'll say
I can cast
I haven't
guidance
rolled an
on you.
intelligence check yet. It's an well, is
Investigation is
intelligence?
intelligence.
Can I
I'm a
can I cast
monkey.
It's the mental challenge.
can I
like-
cast guidance on Kyle?
I mean, some spells
so?
make you have to do
I guess.
intelligence.
Sure.
Seeing that there were dead bodies and like bones, and excuse me, I have a lot of history like with survival around dead bodies and like tracking down my prey and like hunting and stuff like that. Could I use survival here to investigate these dead bodies instead of investigation?
So are you trying to investigate for like loot or things
Well,
that might be on them,
just
or like?
is there any special I see just glancing over?
I mean, you can use survival then. That's fine.
Am I able to cast guidance on Kyle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, guidance is a
guess-
cantrip that you can just touch someone and just do it instantly, whenever.
Again, they don't really want you using abilities, but I can rule guidance in this sense is more just like kind of the same thing as assist.
You can assist me. You just action assist me and give me advantage.
Yeah, I mean, can I do both?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, you can choose one or the other, but okay. I'll survival check. 23 plus a d4.
All right. I'll say these bones are pretty dry and
Dry bones.
Them bones be dry.
dry and deserted, and there doesn't really appear to be anything on or inside them. The one exception of the skeleton in oh shit, why am I thinking the trees? The bottom skeleton having a little note buried inside of its rib cage that you find, and I will post that note into the general chat.
In one swift motion, I punch through his ribcage and rip it out. And I'll say, guys, Morbling and Charlie, come here. I found something interesting.
I said, I refuse. I will figure out what this fucking box does if it's the end of me.
Okay. Okay, boss. It says, I'm sorry. I know I promised I would have the ingredients delivered by now, but there was an emergency. I stashed them away in here. I'm sure you'll be smart enough to find them if you need help. Check my storage box. It's the second box in the row of 3. However, you can only open it properly when the bulk that is the closest to me is pulled down and everything else is normal. I'll see you soon, my friend.
I guess technically the closest book would be this one on the table, and the middle box is that one.
If you would like to try, I can pull this book and then you can try to open it. If not, then we can always try this one.
Yeah, then it would be the purple one. I mean, we can try both.
Okay, on 3 then.
Sure.
Okay, I'll go to the box. Ready?
Yoink.
What? You have to wait till I'm ready.
Fine. You ready?
Yes, it's on go.
Yoink.
Have you already opened the book?
No,
Yeah.
well, have you opened it or have you pulled it?
I don't know. Whatever pull means, I'd do that.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go, and you
All right.
pick up the book, and I'll try to open this.
Well, you notice picking up the book, you actually can't. It appears to be stuck to the table. So when you're opening the book, like you can tell this isn't opening a normal book. It almost feels mechanical. Like you have to put in a pretty good amount of effort to pull open the book.
You feel like there's gears turning when you pull it open.
And as you do that, and as you open the second storage container, you'll see a little apartment in the top of it drop down like a hidden compartment. And in that compartment, there is a small key.
Oh, it was that one? Cool. I'll grab the key. Oh, I'll turn back and I want to see what Morbling and Charlie's been doing. It's great. I won't say I have a key yet.
So I'm just wondering, if I use any sort of abilities, do we get punished for this?
I recommend not.
Probably.
What if I use my astral arms and reach through the grate because my arms are fucking like transparent and fucking try and grab the box?
No,
Can your
don't do
arms
it.
I would
face
see you.
creeping?
Yeah, I will see you like bust out your arms if you do
No,
that.
it's
and I'll
okay. I'm
say
not gonna
don't.
do that because I don't want to get thrown into fucking punishment territory. I'm just saying theoretically.
Look,
Yes,
look,
that's
look,
that's
Morbling.
what we've been saying the whole time.
Morbling, Charlie, if this isn't your specialties, I know you guys are excelling in fighting. Please just leave this to me and the doc, and then we should be fine.
I will
Alright,
figure
whatever
out
you
this
say.
box. This box is my
But if I do
home.
need your assistance, please be responsive. I will lean down to the grate and try the
hate
key
you.
that I have.
Alright, and with a click, the grate will unlock. You can pick up the
This
box.
is
That is the
crap.
only thing in there. There's nothing else.
I immediately
jump in
grab
the hole.
box.
The hole is only about knee deep, anyways.
So does the box open or have any interaction?
Wait,
Open.
before you
Would
open
you
the
like to
box,
open it?
this is just bad habits, but I do think if you have some sort of mage hand or something like that, put it a distance away and open it from there.
But what if we get in trouble for that?
Okay, then I'll do it myself. Then just step away. I have a candy knack. To
Use
not
like
being damaged.
use like your
I-
sword and like stand as far
I
away
hand
as you can and like
Casper the
lift
box.
open the lid.
I'll put it on this table right here. I'll request everyone goes to the other side of the room.
I'm like,
a
that's
dresser
it.
by the
I'm
way,
hiding
but-
behind the alchemy table. I'm taking cover behind it.
I will. I'll draw my sword. Actually, no.
Boom, it
You'll see me pull out from my satchel some string, and I tie the string to the edge, to the handlebar of the chest, and I start walking it backwards. And when I'm back here, I pull it and I open it up. I know this is all unnecessary, but
There's an ominous silence as everyone is looking in here. As the box creaks open, and then nothing happens.
Yeah.
The
the entire the
It
Tarrasque.
turns red. You have failed and been eliminated.
there's a glyph of summoning Tarrasque.
Oh
And then-
shit.
A literal
Oh.
banishment as Kyle disappears from the room.
and go to the mining cave.
Alright. Anyways,
The
as you
gem
approach the
cave, bro.
box and look inside, you will find a list of, or not a list, just you'll find a big chunk of ingredients, and there is a list telling you what everything is. You find multiple of all of these.
Sweet.
I'll hand them over to you know, the doctor, and I'll say, I believe this is more of your territory. If you need assistance, just let me know. But it seems like there's a scroll right there as well.
Sure. I would go look at those tables with the candles on them. It seems like
Those are also actually dressers.
Oh.
So they're like pretty tall,
you might want to search those drawers.
like closets and dressers.
Sure, where'd you go?
I've hidden
He's
myself
phasing out of
with
bounds.
the world.
How can you walk out of bounds? What? Drew, get back inside the room, or else.
Marbling, would you like to assist us in this? You want to investigate somewhere else?
You could look at the bookshelves or something.
I go and I look at the campfire and I contemplate putting my arms into there.
I wouldn't
Like
recommend
it-
getting too close. That's quite hot. But I will
Feels
investigate.
nice.
What is
I think I'll just wait here.
what is Charlie Way doing?
Sleeping. We already know what
Oh,
Charlie's
sleeping.
doing. Stop wasting time. Let's just let the actual players play the game.
Yeah, Richie is an actual player.
Richie's not a player. Do you see him?
Hey Charlie, I need you to do something for me.
What do you need from me?
Down there there's some books. If there's anything that's of note, please just hand it over to Doc.
Do I have to do an insight or an
Bro.
investigation check for this bookshelf?
I don't remember the last time I
Wanders
read
away
something.
before you can respond.
You can yes, you can roll an investigation check if you want to go through the books.
I'm gonna be doomed.
Well, so what you do find by pulling out all of the books is there's a good 3 or 4 books that when you pull
How to
down
make your own brew at home.
actually don't don't come out all the way off the bookshelf and get pulled down like at a 45-degree angle, the little clicking noise. But they
So
don't
far,
appear to be doing anything
I'm gonna
despite
start
that.
pulling on everything.
It might have unlocked like a drawer on the
Yeah,
drawers.
Does anything happen over here when they're doing that?
No.
Yeah. I believe that it may have just been for the previous puzzle with the to try to trick us for the book to pull in order to get the ingredients.
Maybe.
Either
I
way,
take off a book that I can take off from the shelf, and I put it on the table. That's to my right.
What are you taking a book off the shelf?
Taking all the books that I can take off the shelf. I'm
Alright,
putting it on
get
the
a good like 10 or 12 of them, and there's only like three books remaining that are part of a
That can't be-
mechanism that don't actually come
You may
off.
want to
Alright.
leave them in order just in case.
I stacked them all in order on top of one big on the fucking table, and it's one huge stack. I just leave it there. I leave it on this table and I just move.
It's quite the impressive balancing feat.
is
Yes, 6
I'm
arms
quite-
help with that.
there anything interesting on these bookshelves?
You can roll an investigation check to look through those.
I should have been a full fucking intelligence build, honestly.
So they're dressers, and
It's
as
called
you
being a
open the
wizard
dressers,
and nothing else.
it's
Yeah,
you
but
see
you
some
get
old
one shot by
dusty
anything that
clothes
flicks a
hanging,
booger at you.
and there's a couple like just knickknacks and stuff sitting at the bottom, but you go over them and nothing seems to have any use. And as you inspect the clothes further, also like you go through the pockets and some of the hoods for the things that you might stash something in, but doesn't really appear that there's anything inside of these dressers that are noteworthy.
As a rogue, knowing, and especially a rogue with a bunch of like pockets and utility and everything like that, does that give me any advantages or like sleight of hand in order to check the pockets?
Yeah, I'll just say that you have thoroughly checked them in the sense that there's definitely you can say with pretty much 100% certainty that there's no way something else would have been hidden inside of these clothes. They're clearly just a distraction or decoration.
What
have
season is
thoroughly
it
searched
in the year?
It is probably between it's like early summer.
Okay, never mind. I will not grab a coat then. I already have my coat. I'll come
Good
down
photos.
and I'll say there wasn't really much good bookshelves, but what about here?
Let's see. I'm gonna unfurl this scroll here.
All right. And unfolding the scroll, you'll see this, which is general chat.
Ocean scroll.
It would seem to be maybe 3 different ingredients, or I don't. Maybe we're trying to get inside a fire, make some sort of fire resistant potion.
Yeah, that makes sense. In that case, we'd probably want demonic. So it looks like we have a guaranteed bleeding crown as the second ingredient, and then
Wait, why do we want demonic?
because I don't know. Well, actually, maybe magical. I don't know. I just figured demonic has a lot to do with fire.
Why is the
Oh no,
accent?
wait, but it's a fire is magical. Okay, so
Well, I mean, normally if you want fire resist, you get something from like a fire source.
okay. Well, oh, okay, wait. I just realized. So each of these ingredients have a thing. So there's fire resist, and then magical. So we could do magical fire resist and try that.
Where do you see?
Well,
Wait, where do you see fire resist?
Okay, so you
It's
see
this
the
with
ingredients
green
in the
little
first column,
triangles,
Yeah,
fire.
fire.
and
Oh,
then
I
the
see.
second
I see.
column
I see.
resist, and then magical. Okay, so let's try that. So we use the fire salts plus the giant lichen, and then the netch jelly,
The tea
and
mushrooms.
combine it.
The bleeding crown. Oh wait,
Well,
never mind,
that's
never mind.
demonic.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
right, right,
we
right.
know that the fire is magic.
You are the doctor, not me. As I'll back off.
Alright, so you're using the crate of ingredients that you got out of the grate. You take out the fire salts, the giant lichen, and the nuts jelly, and you mix them together in one of the empty alchemy bottles, and you have a potion.
All right, down the hatch.
Wait, wait, wait. I believe I probably would be that stigma inside there.
Hmm?
Would you like me to to drink that? You know, boss, keep you out of harm's way.
Go ahead. I'll just hold it out to you.
I'll take it and I'll drink it. What does it taste like, Matthew?
Alright, it tastes very spicy
Oh,
at first, and then it's also, let's see, giant lichen, fire salt, and nuts jelly. It's definitely, so it would have like kind of a syrupy like texture, not taste wise, but just it's kind of more thick than maybe you'd imagine an actual potion, and it's kind of thick and spicy, and it's the giant lichen would not really add too much, so I'll just say that's how
Not
it
much for
tastes.
the
It's definitely
spice, but
a little uncomfortable.
does the job. As I will now approach the fire.
Right. As you approach the fire, you still feel the heat and intensity around you, but it doesn't feel painful or in any way harmful at all.
Okay. Well, I
Nice.
will investigate further in.
Alright, you can roll an investigation check.
Could I use survival? There's a campfire, and I make a lot of campfires when I'm out
No.
Okay, investigation.
This is not the normal type of campfire that you create.
Can
while
someone else
surviving.
assist me while I'm doing this, or is it just
Yeah, how am I meant to assist you, bro?
investigation? Let's go, baby. Oh, can I,
I
give
mean-
give me a second? I'm gonna be here for a while.
This is a matter of, this is mainly for time to
Yeah.
see how long it takes investigating through this, so you can roll
Alright,
roll again.
Matt, can I read a book that's on the table?
Sure, what book do you want to read,
I'm just
Jerry?
gonna pick up a
Just pick
random book.
one.
They say the Tales of Quadrakill, and I'm like, whoa!
I don't
Hello.
know. Sure. We'll say Quadrikill's canon in this universe now. Alright, and on
Oh, wait,
Kyle,
we're in the League of
as you're
Legends.
reading about-
It's just a fairy tale. League is just a it's a chess game.
It's a game.
Anyways.
Alright, so I'll just say with the kind of lowish investigation, it's not like, it's just very uncomfortable, because even if the fire isn't hurting you, like you have flames in front of your eyes, it's
Mhm.
very bright, you're digging through like ash and burnt stuff, it's very not comfortable and it's not fun.
Oh,
But
I would put all my flammable oil flasks down before.
Yeah. It also
God
probably
just
be a good
fucking
idea.
explodes.
But
You know,
eventually sifting through the ash, you find something that feels hard, and picking up, it is a metal key.
Right, run to the door.
Bonus
That's
action dash.
time.
Unlock.
And the door creaks open, and that will be time as you
I
open the
kick
door.
Out through the door. Who throws up?
Coming out, you see the the same girl from the previous photo challenge standing there saying, "All right, congratulations, well done. You have qualified."
I'm on fire.
Easy.
And as you walk back to the thing, you'll know that you qualified. Looking at my chart,
We're probably literally last place again.
I mean, we did
that
do this
was-
pretty fast compared. Once we found something, we just instantly knew what it was, and
You
we
were
were on.
in the 7th team to qualify.
That's not bad.
That's actually not too
crap.
bad.
Keeps expectations low.
I need to go shit. So
7th is pretty high
What
out
compared
of 30.
Oh, 30 or 12?
Out of 32, isn't it?
There are 32 teams competing from the physical past the physical.
Oh, 7 out of 12, right.
No, it's 16. that
Oh,
we go
16.
through. It's going down from 32 to 16.
Okay. Still not bad.
So you are technically just barely in the top half.
Not too
I
shabby.
like that. This is I made completely by myself.
Dude, this was
is
sick. I
Congratulations.
really liked the
I'll
escape.
have-
That's pretty cool.
You know, I didn't know if anyone's gonna notice it. If you read the last line of the very first thing, it literally just says the answer is
Yes,
here.
that's literally why I went to the fire originally, because I was looking for little clues in the opening message, and I saw the fire, and that was the only thing that I thought. So
It literally
was
says
trying
the
to read-
answer is here is how the line starts, and then the ending line says the winner's run goes down in flames because in order to win, you literally had to go down into the flames.
I was trying
Yeah.
to do fucking. I was reading the first word of every sentence to see what anything happened there. What things there.
that's
another
a good
copyright.
that's a good strategy. Or looking if like random words are capitalized, and
Yeah, pretty cool. Good escape room, Matthew.
I really like the fucking ingredients list. This picture just looks like something you would find in like an escape room. It's really well done.
Yeah, I drew those.
Yeah.
I know you didn't draw them, but I just like it. It's cool.
Anyways, what happens once we leave? Do we just go sent back to our room?
Yeah, so this is probably where we're gonna end the session.
Can
but
we
yeah,
see
you
who we're
could
facing?
walk. Well, here, let me first move you back to the arena hall. So as you come out, you're the 7th team to qualify. So there's still like some time left before all 16 teams get back out, and so you see some people that are still
What are
already
these people?
here. These people, yeah. These are presumably either people that have already qualified or just other random people that have wandered into the tournament hall a little bit late, but probably not that. And I can show you. I'll give you time to talk to these people starting whenever the next time we play is. But I will just say once you're done talking to them and the 16 teams have qualified and we get ready to go to the actual tournament, I have an actual link.
Baddie alert.
Cool. Where?
I posted it in
You'll
general.
see him.
Oh, you actually have a bracket. Is that the Persona 4 arena?
It forced me to choose a game, and so I typed arena and I just picked one.
Persona 4 arena.
We lost a bet.
Oh,
You
lol,
can
that's
see
kind
all
of
the
funny.
16. These will end up being the
Triple
16 teams
kill.
that qualify.
I assume there's 3 people in there. The Ascended Blades. The
Triple
the
kill is
Cruise.
just-
The
You know how we made our name Quadra-Kill by just lowering Pentakill? That's the joke with triple kills.
Yeah,
Just
I
lowered
didn't see
Quadra-Kill
it.
one more.
80 plus age and 80 plus win rate. Under the veil. They
We're
place
going
first-
against the finest already, bro. We're fucked.
Where are we actually? Desert Drifters, Cannon Folders, Forsaken Ravens, Norse.
Bro, what? We're like a bottom 20 bracket against like
We're
second
not actually
place.
bottom 20 though. We stopped intentionally
Yeah,
on bottom 20.
Yeah, but that's not fair.
I mean, that's how brackets work. It's literally just RNG. You can really be the
I know it's
worst.
RNG, but it's sad.
The North Storm's finest. Those were that was Delron's people, right?
I'm gonna go against
Correct.
the cave dwellers,
Okay.
bro. Honestly, base, we're not going
this
against
Galaxy
Brains.
Brains.
That sounds like a fucking mage guild, and they literally all have like 4 fucking wizards. That sounds like I'd kill
Cave
myself.
dwellers, mine. Okay. So
Sounds like I'd have a fucking blast.
So what I was about my character, what I was saying earlier is when you build this character, I had in mind as a one shot. If I was actually building this character for like a campaign, I would definitely remove some from charisma and put some into intelligence. Because how I obviously as I've been role playing and how everything's been going, I obviously should have some intelligence. But I have a -1 in actually my score.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
it's
well,
whatever.
it's normal. It's only a
Good
one
things
shot,
it doesn't really
focus on
matter
good
because
stats.
intelligence is a useless stat.
Unless you're a wizard.
You can just cope.
Also proficiencies. If you just become proficient in it, it becomes better. With my wisdom, I have a -1, but expertise and insight, so I have a +5.
Anyways, I know you're being a slave that's like at 5 a.m. So, when do you have in mind wanting to do the next thing? Because I don't know if
Yeah,
we can.
Any day
before we talk about
before
this, I'm in the recording.
Yeah.